Well, well. Welcome back to another episode of Tuesday Night Conversations, brought to you by MZ Talks Boxing. I'm your host, MZ, joined
And
by my
I'm
co-host, Master Rod.
good evening, everybody out there.
What's going on with you, Master Rod?
Oh man, the day is going beautiful today, man. I must say, man, it's a beautiful day, and I can't say much to that, man. That's pretty much it right there, man. I mean, hey, we here, we are here,
That's always
we
a positive.
are here.
Something behind you. Other hand. That look like the snacks or something, man. What's going on?
That was my wallet and my keys.
Your wallet and your keys.
Yeah.
What's up, Big E? What's up?
Hey man, working man. How you doing, man? I ain't talked to you in 2 whole days, man.
It's
I know
always.
it must be a beautiful thing, man. It
Hey, I
is.
gotta be honest, that Big E be right in there. Maestro be right in there. As soon as we get started, he always one of the first ones to pop up, and it
Oh
always
yeah.
fills my heart with joy.
Yeah. Makes my heart say yeah.
Yeah, just like that. Make you think, yeah. We got our friend Big E in the house. Yes. And you can't do nothing more than just be happy when you see your boy Big E. Yes. Oh man. We gonna just burn up a little time for a few minutes till we start getting some more people in, so we can get comfortable. We're gonna try to put together a good show for the people tonight. We're gonna talk about, as always, some boxing. Been a lot of bad business take place in boxing today. Not today, but there's been a lot of bad stuff taking place in boxing this last past week.
Wow.
With decisions being made and stuff like that. Cheating, robbery, injuries. We're gonna get on all that. Earl Spence and Pacquiao fight has been canceled. Pacquiao's going to be fighting Ugas now, so we're gonna touch on that because Earl Spence got an injury. He got an eye injury, so that's going to stop that fight. We're also going to touch on Canelo. From what I'm understanding now, he dropped out of the fight with Plant, went to Bivol, dropped out of the fight with Bivol, and now, from what I understand, he's back to negotiating with Caleb Plant for undisputed. So we'll see how that go. He's being a strict 100% diva.
Wow, man.
Yeah.
Must be crazy in the boxing world these days, man.
Well, lately, yeah, it is. It is. COVID didn't make things better, and then we're starting to see that maybe Deontay Wilder wasn't so crazy when he started talking when he spoke on the fact that Tyson Fury cheated. And after he shined the light on it, it started popping up situations with other fighters trying to cheat, and it's just a mess. It's just a mess.
Just a mess, I know.
But other than that, how's life been treating you?
Oh man, like I say, life has treated me good, and not a whole lot I can say to that, man. Just thank God, I have to, because wouldn't be for the being, we wouldn't be here, and hey. Yes, sir.
As you can see, I'm in Kamuff room, so I'm not gonna be shining too much light in here. I'll be off camera most of the night.
Most of the night? Okay.
But you know how they say, I'll be here in spirit. You will be able to hear what it is I'm talking about, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I can't wait to see so you know, I understand that the music will be in your hands tonight, sir. So
Yes, sir.
I hope you got us a nice, beautiful playlist to jam. And so we can have the people doing their thing. You know how we like to do. Let everybody sit back, relax, grab whatever it is that you're gonna sip on. If you got something that you're gonna put into the air, then go ahead and put it in the air. And we'll put tracks for them to feel good as we sit back and discuss whatever it is that we're gonna be discussing.
I know, right?
Right. So if you want to, I wouldn't mind if you go ahead and crack open something and let it start letting the melodies flow through the air until we start getting some people in, and then we'll go ahead and break out the discussion. So, Master Rod, I leave the DJing up to you, sir.
There we go. And here it is. I can't have her.
I can't have her. But I can't have her. And Lord knows that's the truth.
Me and Baby rolling. Missing that street, Jimmy Chance, where we
You can hear that out there in the audience, please.
Block real hot, cause it's Friday afternoon. Ass everywhere, and it's getting dark soon.
Ooh, honey, look.
Baby, say with me, that's the kind of girl I got it down as me. I don't take a look, then I'm like, whoa. Little mama so fine, she putting on a fucking show. Slowing up traffic, her friends fine too. Knowing damn well what they out here trying to do. I guess my Jimmy Chance, I'm back on the block. Baby feeling Lauryn Hill, I'm feeling Chubb Rock. Still Bob watching, Papa see me peep. Baby already know, so I get her ass a beat. Come Mr. Flag me down, she turn and show that ass. The light turned green, I smashed on the gas.
I can't have her. But I can't have her. And Lord knows that's the truth.
You want the truth? Our relationship is complicated. When together was drama, but when apart I hated. 6 months I waited just to see you in person. I know I'm worse.
You might have to give it a little more volume.
Keeps me cursing, and it gets worse when you keep filling me with these hopeless thoughts or nothing, only killing me quick. Yet you're an instigator, feeding off what my emotion is. Sitting there, staring at me all emotionless. Emoji this, some hard eyes with two slick wrists. And staying with you suicide, but leaving you is a risk. To my health, mentally, physically, socially. Cause locally, nobody likes an antisocial me. I had hoped that we could work on our relationship. And if not, let me insert my tongue and taste the sip. Never mind, that may be one too many. Pass the soda, I'll stay sober. Kiss my ass, Miss Henny.
I can't have her. But I can't have her. And Lord knows that's the truth. I can't have her. Ooh. But I can't have her. And Lord knows that's the truth.
As I opened up my eyes last night, feeling frisky, I hear my baby downstairs talking, doing this. I walk into the kitchen, she's they throw me in the cat with a t-shirt on their ass telling me to come slap. So I slide up behind.
Y'all, what y'all do?
I'm rubbing on the thigh, saying, baby, what you do? If yours is like mine, she should
Like a
laugh,
smile.
then push back
And say nah, nah.
Now she got me thinking fast. Kids still sleep. We can go upstairs and be quiet. I won't try to go deep, but we can go into the washroom and lean up on the drive. Push that t-shirt up your back and pull her panties to the side. I'm kissing on the neck and nibbling on the ear. I'm grabbing about the waist, edging her to come in. She looks me in my eyes and then she says with a grin, "You try it not tripping, but the washer won't spin." But now I'm hearing sounds from upstairs. Naturally, my smile turned into a frown because my kids moving around. I hear the oldest one saying, "Watch your face, brush your teeth, hurry up so we can go downstairs."
Man.
I can't have her. But I can't have her. And Lord knows that's the truth.
I can't have her. Coming in live one time for you. So, as always, you know, if you're joining us for the first time, appreciate you being here. Hit the like button when you come on in. Go ahead, sit back and get your chill on. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and crack the books open, see what we got. Now, bringing up first things first, Errol Spence Jr. Everybody is finding out, I'm sure, that the Manny Pacquiao Errol Spence Jr. has been canceled. That fight will not be going on because Errol has received an eye injury. I believe it's to his left eye. I said the right eye earlier, I think. I'm not for sure which one it is, but I know he has a detached retina. And I got this information earlier this morning. And what can you say? You know, this is boxing. You know, when you practice in boxing, you know, you're practicing getting ready for a big fight. This is some things that can happen. You know, you can end up with an injury and it take you right out the fight. So Manny Pacquiao, this fella right here, Mr. Eight Division World Champion, he'll be fighting Yordenis Ugas. And a lot of people are not happy about that. But, you know, it is what it is. You know what, you're going to be mad because the man got an injury? You can't be mad because he got an injury. It's not like he jumped up and said he had COVID.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't pull a Tyson Fury. And all of a sudden be like, "Oh, I got COVID," right before the fight. This man has an eye injury. And I'm sure people are going to be like, "Oh, they could have told us earlier." Well, I believe we found out as soon as they found out. But I could be wrong. Either way, they were right on it. The fight date isn't canceled. They'll still be having a fight. There'll still be a fight card going down on that day. People will get to still see Manny Pacquiao fight. Like I said, he'll just be fighting Ugas. And that's it in a nutshell. You know, it is what it is. You're gonna either they're gonna either watch or they're not gonna watch. But
do they have a date for it though?
Oh yeah, they're gonna still be fighting. They fight this month in about in less than 2 weeks. In less than 2 weeks, they'll be fighting. Errol Spence, I don't know when he'll be fighting again. And with this detached retina, you know, I know that Abner Mares, I think he retired now, but he's a fighter. He does the fight, you know, he calls the fight. And he was supposed to fight Tank, and he ended up with one of his eye retinas was detached. Then he ended up with the other one detached. So he had 2 eye retina detachments.
Wow.
Right. You know, and being a fighter, I don't know how well you can come back from a detached retina. if I'm remembering correctly and wholeheartedly, I believe that is the injury that also stopped the great Sugar Ray Leonard. You know, I remember them saying that, you know, if he kept fighting, he was in danger of going blind in that eye. So
Yeah, I seen that in one of the segments that I was watching last night with him and Thomas Hearn.
right,
And man, like I said, wow. I said I really need to start doing my research on this boxing. I didn't know that, but you know, as a kid, you know, I didn't watch sports a lot, you know, boxing and stuff like that. But I seen it, you know, because my parents and my brothers and brother-in-laws or what have you, man, they, you know, when that stuff come on, they get all excited and everybody's ready to watch what was going on. But yeah, I saw that last night, man, and I was like, wow, man. You know, with that sport, that's to be expected, like you was just saying. So, is you know, you got to be careful.
correct on that 100%. Now, what I can say is, as much as I like to see Earl Spence fight, you know, I am a huge Earl Spence fan, but he has children and a life, and if this stops him from being able to go on, then I'm more than willing to accept that, because I'm sure his daughters could give a damn about him fighting, as long as he can still be healthy, see his children and spend time with his children.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so if this eye injury takes him away from the boxing game, then I feel blessed and happy to have been able to see him fight like he up until now. But you know, medicine these days is quite good. You know, surgeons and things like that are quite good, and hopefully they sit back, evaluate exactly what it is that needs to be done, take the correct precautions, and if he can come back, then hey, come on back. If he can't, then you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Master Rob, when you bring out the next tracks, you know, make sure you if you don't mind, kind of bump up the volume on one of the bars, either the master volume or the volume on that track particularly. That way, it's not too low when everybody getting the jam on.
Okay, gotcha.
But man, so when it comes down to Michael Fox, that's the young man that was cheated the other day in this fight. Let's read this tweet right here. This right here, Tracy at Boxing Girl. This is straight off of Twitter, as you can see. And it says, this is yet another tweet by Judge Gloria Riz, I believe her name is Rizzo, who robbed at Professor Mike Fox. Well done at WBA Boxing. You should be so proud. Now let's just look at this tweet. As you can see, that's ex-First Lady Michelle Obama.
Mm-hmm.
And you see right there, Gloria Martinez Riz, at Gloria Riz, replying to whoever she's replying to. It says, okay, monkey face, your time is gone. Bye-bye. Now, the reason I'm showing this tweet is because this is the lady who judged the fight. This is one of the judges that judged the fight for Michael Fox.
Mm-hmm.
The fighter that everybody said, you know, he dropped the dude that he was fighting, and he proceeded to outbox him for the rest of the fight. And this lady had an outrageous scorecard, you know, and I'm bringing this up because I want people to get a chance to see what it is that not just boxers, you know, when they say race isn't involved, race doesn't matter, you know, and then things like this show up. Now, this is the judge. I'm sorry, the picture is not that great, but this is the judge. This is the lady that made that tweet that I showed you, the caption connected to Michelle Obama.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the WBA gave her an award for Female Judge of the Year. You know, she's a Nicaraguan who had a great 2019 thanks to her discipline and everything like that. You know, now, if she got Judge of the Year for being disciplined and everything like that, then what the hell is this? You know?
You make you wonder, don't it?
It has to make you wonder, because at what point do you give someone an award for saying that they're that they doing an outstanding job and stuff like that, and then you look up and you see something like this? But that's not the gist of it, you know, because Gloria Martinez Riz, because she's married to one of the execs there. So I'm gonna bring up another picture, and it's this one right here. Now you see it says our goal is to get Trump out, admits Black Lives Matter co-founder who was a trained Marxist. As you can see, that's what Sean Hannity had to say. And you know, you see down there at the bottom, the young lady said that our goal is to get Trump out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, as you can see, I'm gonna throw up what Miss Gloria Martinez had to say about that. And this is what she tweeted: kill her. Jail is a comfort. Kill her. Jail is a comfort.
That's racist, bro.
And she's making a tweet about the sister, co-founder of Black Lives Matter.
That's racist, man.
That's practically unbelievable to see something like that. You know?
And you're a judge.
You're a judge. You're not, let's get this right. Not a legal judge. She's not a judge of law.
Yeah.
She's a judge in the sport of boxing.
In the sports world.
Right, in the sports world.
Wow.
Now, can you imagine being a black boxer, a brown boxer, whatever, however you want to label it? Can you imagine seeing her as your judge and then finding out that she makes tweets like this?
And look at the numbers.
You know what I'm saying? The retweets and the loves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, you got 2,428 retweets at the time that I got this screenshot, and 3,063 people liked it. That's insane.
That's very insane. But like I say, that's just prejudice. And,
right.
And, you know, and we can't even beat that no more, man. That's sad.
She goes even further, as you can see right here. Replying to someone with, you know, all Black Lives Matter. Here she is again. This is from her. All lives matter. Black Goya beans matter. And then she put the United States flag up, which this tweet right here is beyond me. I don't even get what she's saying. Unless she's calling black people Goya beans.
That's what it sounds like, brother. But you know who eats the Goya beans, right?
Well, of course I do. That, you know.
I mean, and then you put up the flag. Hey, man, I'm telling you, that is prejudice.
Yeah, you would think so. Most people would say it's racist.
It is very much so.
Most people would say it's racist. Now, I'm gonna be brave and ask those that are watching with us exactly, you know, what do they think? What do you guys think about this lady with these with these tweets? But wait, we're not done. So here we have. Let me pull it up on the screen for you guys. Let me share this real quick. Remember Ben Carson? Well, as you can read, you know, during Trump-Pence administration, Ben Carson dunks on LeBron James after Trevor Noah joke. Now, I'm sure you can't see what it is that she said, but that's her at the bottom, right there, Gloria.
That's right.
It says, not only did she spell his name wrong, but she put, you know, LeBron or Brom or however she called herself saying is so stupid that the only thing he can do is play basketball. Other than that, go back to the stable. Let me bring you in closer to what her tweet looked like so you can see the whole the gist of it. This lady said he can go back to the stables, and then as you can see, she put 4 horses down there. This, once again, is a judge of a sporting event. Now, I showed you the tweet where she put on a tag for the ex-first lady and said, okay, monkey face, your time is up. Let me pull that up one more time for those that may have missed it. But, you know, here we go. Come on, let's go. There we are. As you see, so far I've shown you tweets about this lady that will make you say, what? This is crazy. Then, right here, when I told you that she was married to an executive, Richard Rizzo. So if you're waiting for an investigation into her horrendous 117 to 110 card, don't be. Don't be waiting for them to really dig into that, because when you look at it, you can already tell that nothing's going to happen. I don't think anything's going to happen.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. But people tell us, and I say people, when I say people, I mean different cultures try to tell the Black culture that you know, they should suck it up. They should quit blaming everybody else for their situations in life. And when you look at it, when I look at it, all I see is a bunch of people that's gaining from a system, no matter what part you're playing, whether it's sports, business, just life in general. These are the attacks that are constant. You know, it doesn't matter if they're white or Mexican or Hispanic or wherever they are from in the world, we are getting these type of attacks. And we're always told to, you know, suck it up, buck up, pull your boots up and keep it moving. You know, pull yourself up by your bootstrap.
Yeah.
Now, you do have people that, you know, you have some brothers and sisters that were blessed to make it through the system and get that small slice of American pie, that dream of whatever it is that they've been selling for hundreds of years. And then even then, a lot of them find out that when it's all said and done, if they do something that someone doesn't like, they become under attack.
That's what they do.
And it's insane. You know, I've been checking out a lot of things, and you got to forgive me because I'm kind of sliding off a point. But the fact is, what's up, Mr. Shelton? I see Mr. Shelton popped in real quick. Say hello. He usually pop back out.
All right, Shelton, how you doing today, bro?
But I just want to sit back and crack open the situation of how I go to some of the YouTube channels, man, and I see some of these young men putting on their shows, and they be having nice shows going on, and then you'll get some racists to come in and type some kind of racist nonsense into they chat, and they attacking these brothers. And then what makes it so bad, they'll attack these brothers' channels, these sisters' channels. Then they'll turn around and tell YouTube that the channel did something. And what pisses me off is that the powers to be will actually go and look at these brothers and sisters' channels and then put a strike on them. But they don't go and look at the remarks that these people are leaving, how they calling them all type of racist things. And then they get on the people that are trying to do right. It's just sickening.
The world we're living in, I've been saying it, man. And before long, it's gonna get worse. I hate to say it, but it's true.
Well,
It's never gonna.
facts are facts. You're right. But a thing that is good that kind of transcends some of the racism, but not a lot of it, because nothing is really going to just get rid of racism, because that's taught at homes.
Yeah.
And unless somebody in that family is willing to break that chain, it's going to keep on continuing.
That's true. Somebody's got to start somewhere and break the cycle.
Well, you know what kind of cycle I'm talking about breaking right now?
What's that?
Man, go ahead and jam something, man. Give me out this. Play something to make me feel better.
Something to make you feel better. But you know what, man? I got this song.
Well, I can't remember his name. The dude from Players Club. Remember in the wheelchair? Say, do something to make me feel better.
Look here, I got something, man. I want the world out there to hear. It's a track I did with a good friend of mine, partner of mine, named Sarge. Name of the song is Mistakes. And we're gonna let you, mistakes, and we're gonna let you check this out. Mistakes.
Okay, like I messed up, or you messed up. You ran your car off the road when you was supposed to be turning left and you went right.
Right, mistakes. There you go.
Yeah, lay it on me.
There we go.
Hey, you people out there, have you ever wondered if you had done things differently in life, make different choices, things would have been different?
I know I have.
Now, listen to this message.
Sometimes I wonder what it takes. Oh, sometimes I really wonder just the mistakes that I made. Yeah. Sometimes I wonder what it takes. Sometimes I really wonder just the mistakes that I made. Got to review mistakes and do whatever that it takes. Look easy up for me and you. To your own self, it must be true. You got to start your transition, and in time it will be healed. And all of those who's feeling me, just sing this song along with me. Yeah. Sometimes I wonder what it takes. Oh, sometimes I really wonder just the mistakes that I made. Yeah. Sometimes I wonder what it takes. Sometimes I really wonder just the mistakes that I made. Looking back now, I wasted time. Wrong choices may still blows my mind. I think it's time we made a change and don't repeat the same old thing. Don't let the fakers get you down. Just stay around and you'll be strong. The things you do shall follow you, just like the evil that men do. Oh, yeah. Sometimes I wonder what it takes. Oh, sometimes I really wonder just the mistakes that I made. Yeah. Sometimes I wonder what it takes. Sometimes I really wonder just the mistakes that I made. Sometimes I wonder what it takes. Oh, sometimes I really wonder just the mistakes that I made. Yeah. Sometimes I wonder what it takes. Sometimes I really wonder just the mistakes that I made. Got the nerve for your mistakes, so you can't change the ones you way. You know you got to learn from your mistakes. You know you got to learn from your mistakes. You got to learn right.
Good evening, Teacher Bruce McShane. Glad to see you here. Thanks for joining. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up for us. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the evening.
You know you got to learn from your mistakes. You got to learn from your mistakes. Gonna make mistakes along the way. You got to learn from your mistakes. Sometimes I wonder what it takes. Sometimes I really want God. Just the mistakes that I made. Yeah. Sometimes I wonder what it takes. Sometimes I really, really wonder. Sometimes I wonder what it takes. Sometimes I really wonder. Just the mistakes that I made. Yeah. Sometimes I wonder what it takes. Sometimes I really, really wonder. Just the mistakes that I made.
That was Mistakes, brought to you by RA Productions, Master Rod, and one of the family members. We call him Sarge. Appreciate those flames in the house. Appreciate all we got. Look at that. We got family in here from Vancouver, Canada.
Yes.
From family
All the
up
way.
north. All the way up north from Vancouver.
Yes.
Glad
Thank
to
you for
have you
joining.
here. Glad to have
Yes.
you here.
Yes.
It is
Definitely.
our pleasure that you decided to hit the button and join us on this Tuesday night conversations. So if you got anything on your mind, leave it in the chat. We'll go ahead and put it up on screen. We'll chop up on it and see how this night of conversations, where it takes us, and what roads it leads to. And we started off by letting people know about the Earl Spence injury, where he won't be facing Manny Pacquiao. He'll be end up fighting Ugas, because, you know, as you see, the name of the channel is MZ Talks Boxing. So we will be throwing some boxing things out there. But tonight is one of those nights that we usually sit back, pull up some different music, and just enjoy. You're not the only one that love the sweet science. I love the sweet science. I just, fisticuffs is no rare form of expression, competition. It should be the purest form of competition, but we got so many greedy people and crooked people in the sport now that it's really just, it's taken away from the love. It is taken away from the glory and the luster of it. And that's just totally sad. That's totally sad.
Very much so.
Bruce says, believe it.
Yeah.
So, Bruce, Canada, man, what's it like? Bruce, I'm going to ask you, who's your favorite boxer? Who is it that you like to see grace the square circle when it comes down to the fighters of today? And while he goes ahead and decides who he's going to put up in the chat, we'll go ahead and finish chopping it up. That song, Mistakes. I'm sorry, let me go ahead and say that right. Mistakes. Mr. Master Rod.
Yes, sir.
When did you guys put that song together? And what's the story behind it?
When we put it together, it's been, man, I'm going to say it's probably about 3-4 years. Maybe 5 at the most. And the concept behind that was.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Let me answer this real quick. Who's Crawford fighting? For right now, the only person that I'm understanding that he's getting ready to fight, if they get everything pulled together, the rumor is he's supposed to be fighting Sean Porter. I haven't received a fight date as of yet, but if he's fighting Sean Porter, I look forward to that. That would be a good fight. But things have been changing. Boxing has taken such a turn lately that you hear a fight that's being made, and then at the 11th hour, it changes. Earl Spence received an injury. Canelo pulled out of the Caleb Plant fight. Then he went to Bivol. Then he pulled out of that fight. Now I'm understanding he's back talking to Caleb Plant for Undisputed. So as of right now, the best thing I can tell you is that Crawford is set to fight Sean Porter. Unless that changes up, that's who we're looking forward to him fighting. And I believe that should be a good fight. A lot of people are saying that Crawford will stop Porter. I'm not one of those people that sees that Porter hasn't been stopped by anybody. Porter has always been a hard fight for everyone that he's fought. One fight that I think that, in my opinion, Sean might have lost when looking at the fight the very first time was against Ugas. But then when I watched the fight again, I can see how the judges gave Porter the nod. So right now, we're looking for Crawford versus Porter. That's what most people are expecting. Now, you say that the story behind Mistakes is
the story behind that song, man. And I'm gonna break it down to you just a little bit. I'm not gonna take too much of my time. I had done the tracks, and he listened to the tracks. He's like, I like those tracks, man. And he said, you got anything for it? I said, yeah. I said, I'm going to let you listen to it. And he listened to it. I had already laid my hooks. You know how I am. I lay my hooks out so I can know where I'm going. But the song is based on how we all make mistakes and wish that we could go back and change, or if we could, which we can't, all you could do is just do better, go forward. All you got to do is do better. Like I said at the end of the song, you're going to make mistakes along the way. You just have to, you got to learn from those mistakes you made and not make them again, try to do better. That's the whole concept behind that song, mistakes, we all make them, and
right.
It's just, you got to realize that, like I say, you learn from them, don't do it again. Because you do it again, that means you ain't learned nothing.
Yeah, it's like hitting your head up against a brick wall expecting a different result.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like in the boxing world too, same thing. People make mistakes, man. We just need to learn from them.
Okay, Sugar Ray Leonard, now Loma, and Triple G.
Ooh.
Oh man, Sugar Ray Leonard was one of my favorites as well.
Yeah.
Loma and Triple G. Triple G is getting a little he's starting to age a little bit, so I wouldn't mind seeing him in the ring with Charlo, or hell, it seemed like Canelo running from him, because I think Triple G beat Canelo that first fight, but what can I say? Lomachenko, Matrix. Lomachenko is an exceptional fighter. I'm actually hoping that he can get a few more fights in, because right now, I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Devin Haney or Tank, Shakur Stevenson. And to let you know, we are broadcasting to you from the great state of Texas, the Lone Star State. In H-Town, as they say, the home of sip and serve, elbows and swangers,
there it is,
wave, tinted windows and glass houses.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So a big welcome to you, because like, hey, we out of Texas and we just sit back doing our thing, kicking it and chilling.
That's it. Bruce here wants to know where you at.
Yeah, that's
I guess he just answered that question.
I just laid it down to him. San Antonio and H-Town, straight up. Say that's a tough fight. Pack a lunch with Porter. You will be there all day, and you are correct, because Porter is like the Energizer Bunny That dude has a lot of energy. He throws a lot of punches. He stays up in your face. But the last few fights, when he fought Ugas, he kind of mixed it up a little bit. He looked uncomfortable trying to mix it up, but he did mix it up. You know, Porter can box. He's not a great boxer, but he's a good boxer. But as far as a mauler, he will be all over you without hesitation. So you're correct. You better bring a lunch. You better have a good breakfast, and you might need to pack some dinner. Because when it goes down to it, he is not coming in there to just lay down for you.
So he gonna stand up, huh?
Exactly.
Stand up and do his thing, man.
Yeah, Porter don't play. Porter's a good man. I take my hat off to Porter. Porter has fought a lot of fighters, a lot of good fighters. So, you know, when it comes down to that, you got to take your hat off to him. Do better, be in the service of others. Great point. That is a great point. Doing better and being in the service of others and not expecting anything back. You know, I'm a firm believer that you treat people the way you want to be treated.
Uh-huh.
And the thing with that is, you know, you hear a lot of people, and I hate to point at the religious folks because it's not all religious folks, but there is a big number of religious people that claim to love God and things like that, and end up doing exactly the opposite of what you would think good people would do.
Exactly.
With no hesitation, no remorse. You know, it's just like, well, what God did you pray to this morning or last night or today? You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're not leading by example.
Well, they're leading it by an example, just not the one that they claim that they following. Okay,
Wow.
Bruce says that Mikey Garcia screwed up. You're gonna have to give me a little better on that. Are you saying he screwed up against when he fought Earl Spence, or because that's the only fight that I can actually say that I think Mikey kind of bit off more than he can chew? I think he underestimated Earl. If you're talking about Earl Spence, I think he underestimated Earl size and speed and boxing abilities, because I heard him say, you know, Mikey Garcia's take on it was Earl Spence reminds him of himself, only that Mikey said he's just a little better than Earl in everything. Well, I didn't see that the night that they fought. What I saw was Mikey could not get past that jab. Earl kept that jab in his face, which Derrick James, his trainer, has said, since Mikey is such a cerebral boxer, he thinks a lot. Well, if you keep that jab in his face, then, you know, he'd have to think about dealing with that before he can even get on his own offense. So Earl did a great thing by keeping him on defense. Bruce said he loves Texas. Those big San Antonio women. Oh my goodness. Charles Barkley got in trouble for calling San Antonio women big. So I don't think
not all the women are big there. Trust me. I don't think so.
Boy, stop it. You know, all the women are not big. You know, it's big women everywhere. But
there you go.
But San Antonio is a beautiful place. You know, it took me some. Actually, it didn't take me a lot of getting used to. Once I got here from Houston, I kind of like fell right into it. It's just laid back. It's laid back.
That's good. Back. That's good, man. I'm glad you love it.
Well, I didn't say I loved it.
Well,
but I do. I do.
Okay.
I have fell in love with Texas. It's some stuff about Texas that I can't stand, but because all of my children and my wife are 100% Texas born and bred, what can I say?
What can you say, man?
What can I say? Bruce
Big
also
Texas.
says, big Texas. Everything in Texas is bigger. That's what the rest of the world thinks.
The port is tough.
Yeah, we established that. You know, I have not seen Porter in a fight that he would what you would consider him being dominated in. Excuse me on that. I've never seen him be dominated in any fight at all. I've seen him be rough and tumble with everybody he fought. But people are under the misconception that Earl Spence was the first person to ever drop Sean Porter, and that's not true. Adrian Broner dropped Sean Porter in a fight some years back before Earl and Broner, before Earl had started making his way up the ranks and making noise in the professional ranks. So yeah, Sean Porter was dropped by AB. All about billions. Mr. Can Man, anybody can get it. You know, that was AB's thing. He would always say that. He would always say that. What we got here? Great, another smoker. Me too. We're almost lepers. Oh, he's talking about you, I believe, Master Rod. I did know that what was it? You know they are passing a law to get rid of menthol cigarettes. I did a video about this some months back.
You know, I heard the same thing, and I'm going, what?
Yes, they've already started this action to ban menthol cigarettes. They have actually.
But why? I wouldn't understand it. I mean, I used to smoke menthols. I stopped smoking them because it was just too much for me.
Well, it can't. You know, the study shows that when you think about it, menthol cigarettes. You know, you usually see black smoking cigarettes, brown people smoking cigarettes. I don't know a lot of Caucasian white people that smoke menthol cigarettes. I just don't. And they're also talking about getting rid of the flavored cigars as well. So wow. I think they've already started the ban somewhere in California. I can't remember the name of the small city, but I know it is in California that they've already started it. And my thing was when I first heard it, so if the police see you driving down the street and you got a cigarette, are they going to be able to pull you over and try to check your cigarettes? You know, some laws and things that they come up with is kind of strange, because I'm like, how are you going to enforce them? You know what I mean?
Well, from what I heard, they talk about giving people tickets. If they pull you over and they see you smoking a menthol cigarette, you get the ticket. That's what I heard, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Mikey did. Spence did embarrass Mikey that fight. He embarrassed Mikey and Mikey's whole family because they're a boxing family. I'm not too keen on Mikey's brother though, because you know he's been saying some off the cuff type of things when it comes to speaking about certain boxers, certain fighters. You know, he halfway be borderline calling people dumb and stupid and things like that, which is totally disrespectful. I'm gonna jump down to this one. Best place to live right now in the U.S. other than Florida, Texas. But I don't know if Florida's a beautiful place to live, but I'm not a Charlemagne fan from the Breakfast Club, but he said something that does make sense. Florida is where you hear a lot of the most craziest stories that come out. Police shootings, robberies, different things like that. Florida has a lot of stuff going on around it. But if you can get out there and navigate those waters between all the crazy and ill-suited, it is a beautiful place. You know, how can you not consider that a beautiful place when it's sitting right there on the coastline, on the coast, that big, beautiful water, all the beautiful people that's running around out there and living life and doing their things. It's a lot of money in Florida. A lot of money in Florida.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it's also a very, what they call it, it's a very good place to visit.
To vacation.
Like that. Yeah, vacation. Yeah.
Vacation.
Yeah. It is. And that's what I hear a lot.
Yeah. California is also a beautiful place to go and visit and vacation. But California has, for them to have all that money in California, you would think that they would be doing something about the homeless situation. You know, they have so many homeless people out there living under bridges and things like that, which is crazy, insane.
And you would think it's going on all over the world. And I guess California will probably be, I would say, the worst.
It's one of the worst for sure.
Yeah.
It's one of the worst for sure.
And they should be doing something. I think all over the world they should be doing something, man, because they're not though. There's just too many homeless people is out here, man.
You say Broner is tough but impatient. I think Adrian Broner, yes, he is a tough fighter, willing to get in the ring with anybody. But since his Maidana fight, he doesn't let his hands go as much, and you know, I don't want to rag on Broner because I like Broner, but I think he should go back to his regular weight classes, 135, 140. I don't think he should go up any higher than that. I don't think he should be messing around with those guys at 147. I think if Broner went back down a weight class or two, he can get back on top. But, you know, only Broner knows what he's going to do and how he's going to do it. All smokes look exactly the same up here. $16 a pack. Man, they paying $16 to smoke cigarettes in Vancouver. Dude,
wow.
That's way too much money to puff some smoke. I don't get it. But I can tell you this, without telling on my age, I remember when cigarettes used to be 50 cents a pack. And I remember when they went up to 60 cents, and my auntie had a fit. She was like, they going up a dime on cigarettes. She was going off about it. Bless her soul, she's gone to rest. And if she seen what the price of cigarettes is today,
she would really be going off.
She'd really be.
She'd be really going off. Cause I mean, they almost $10 here. So I mean, be honest with you, man. I ain't gonna lie. I need to let them go. That's money I could be saving.
Man, when it comes to cigarettes and gasoline, you making some life-changing decisions. Especially at $16 a pack. $16 a pack. That's a shit. That's a meal. Gas costs
almost. You know what? Almost a meal. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, that's enough gas for my car. I can't do it, bro.
Yeah, you pull up at the gas station and you smoke. You got to make a decision. Do I get this gas or do I get these cigarettes?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Might still say puff some smoke. He talking to you.
Yeah.
He talking to you.
I hear you, big brother.
You know, when it comes down to puff and smoke, yeah, it's only one kind of smoke that I prefer to puff, and it ain't Camel, Cools, or Newports. I'll just leave it at that. What you got up on the playlist for us, man? What you got queued up for us?
Look here, I got queued up one of the best songs in the whole wide world, man. Look here.
And what song would that be?
You know what? I can just better example to say this here is for you.
I like this. Yeah. Down, Maestro. Real nice, Maestro. I do this here for you. You know how we do. I do this here for you. Gonna rise with the bang. Know that little going hang. Get your groove, get your drain. Take a flow and let it swing its here for you. I do this here for you. To my homies in the club, they get the vibe. This trick you about to hit the cause partner hooked it up.
My buddies from A-Town.
I do this here for you.
Maestro.
To my homies on the block, taking shots, I drop and ride, dodging cops when shit gets high. Come back out, reopen shop, this here's for you. I do this here for you. Girl, will in the dance, but no dick is in your plan. Yes, you're trying to find something to stick, so yes, I understand this here's for you.
I do this here for you. I don't know why you niggas wanna hate on my life. I do this here for you. You and you. I do this here for you. You and you. You and you. I don't know why
These niggas
you niggas wanna hate on
life.
my life. I do this here for you.
And you and you.
I do this here for
You and you. And you and
You
you.
and you. To the man with the wire behind his back, live and try. For his brother, nephew, nieces, telling and you let it slide. It's his for you. I do this here for you. For the wire with the baby, you're the shoe. That is maybe yet you're smiling. Then they say someday that it been like some shit that is for you. I do this here for you. For those that knew but did not tell, best believe you will rebel. Once the plan is set in motion, in your chest you do feel it is for you. I do this here for you.
I don't know why these niggas wanna hate on my life.
I do this here for
You and you. And you and you.
I do this here for you. You and you. Yes, you and you. I don't know why you niggas wanna hate on my life. I do this here for you. You and you. I do this here for you. You and you. You and you. Those that blow and those that don't. Those that sip, yes, to get drawn. Those that love the thing that's smooth and slow this here down. If you want it, let them know that it's for you. Everything that I'm gonna do for them cowboys. That's it,
Broken English too.
for the ones that's still behind. You the hustler on his grind. Once the paper falls in line, just believe you always shine. I let them know that it's for you. Everything that I'm gonna do, just believe it. My been falling, all of y'all be falling.
Hey, 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 hey.
Oh,
Ah.
I do this here for you.
I do this here for you. I don't know why these niggas wanna hate on my life.
I do this here for
You and you. And you and you.
I do this here
And
for
you and you. Yes, you and you.
I don't know why.
These niggas wanna hate on my life. I do this here for you.
You and Jay, Big E, Clear for you and you. Truck. Y'all know how we do. This is Southwest thing. Always know that. Always will be. Breathe it, live it, till I die. All right. Y'all know. See you, baby. Holla back.
God dang. That was this here from you, from Southwest Riders. I spent $1,000 at 7-Eleven last month buying coffee and smokes. Herb is $130 an ounce. God, 7-Eleven making a killing.
It damn sure is, man.
Bruce, you keeping them in business out there. In business. We appreciate that. I'm digging the music. We appreciate that. We on Tuesday nights, we come in at 8:30. We do just like we're doing right now. You know, we chop it up. We sit back. We enjoy ourselves. We let people check out some music that we make because, you know, we like making music and having fun and enjoy doing it.
Now I'm
So
trying to tell you,
I
man.
appreciate that all the way from Vancouver. You know, getting somebody to say that they like our music from Vancouver, that's something special. That's something
It is
special.
very. Thank you very much.
And we greatly appreciate you for that. So, as the night goes on, because we just getting started. We ain't finished yet.
Just get started. We ain't done.
This is one of our slower live streams, but I don't care because we got somebody here chilling with us. So we're gonna do like we always do. We're gonna kick back, we're gonna rock, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna shoot the shit. I can say shit now because we've been on here about an hour. So You know, they got their rules about saying certain things before a certain amount of time. Oh my goodness. Here's a good question. He says, you guys like old school rap like Beastie Boys? Obviously. The Beastie Boys was, let me see, I was a young, I was a little dude. I was a teenager. The Beastie Boys, when they came out with that backwards beat, Paul Revere, that blew the wheels off the game. When they came out with Paul Revere, man, that was jamming. And
unheard of.
Brass Monkey.
Oh man,
Fight that was for the right to party.
That was the hit, man.
That whole album was jamming. To me, in my opinion, that whole Beastie Boys album went hard.
Yes, it did. It did, and that was during my. I ain't gonna tell my age here. I mean, golly, man. I mean, I was probably a little bit older than you for sure when they first came out.
Probably a little bit older than me. You older than me right now.
Look, well, I can't tell you exactly how old I was. I know that I was exactly somewhere in my early 20s. Man, these boys, they laid the ground.
Yeah,
they did.
They was the first Eminems.
There you go. That's the exact. You took it out of my mouth.
They
laid the groundwork for Eminem, and that's how he able to get in there. Because at first he wasn't even gonna get it. I was looking at that last night too. So I'm telling you, man.
What's that? What were you on last night?
They were talking. I was looking at the shit. I was looking at something they was talking about.
Ladies and gentlemen, you see how Master Rod is stumbling? This is what cannabis does to your brain. When some of your brain cells have been beat up, this is what happens. People start talking about stuff and then they can't remember exactly what it is.
You know, that's that short memory, man.
He said that tune was cool. That tune was called This Here's For You. It's a little happy tune we just threw together, you know, for people to get their vibe on, bounce around and dance around.
Yeah.
And we appreciate the subscription. We really do. Oh no. We're not going nowhere yet. We'll be here for a little while. We're always here for a little while because we try to do it like a visible radio station. Talk a little boxing, you get to see some funny looking men that love music.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're willing to jam and kick it with us, Bruce, we are willing to jam with you and keep the party going.
That's it.
That's what we do. So, Master Rod.
Yes, sir.
Have you got your brain thoughts together now?
Yeah, yeah. I was looking at a biography on Dr. Dre. Mm-hmm. You know, Dr. Dre being the biggest producer in the world to me. You know, he did his thing, man, but they was talking about Eminem and how he came on the board. And like I said, if it weren't for the Beastie Boys laying it down like that, he wouldn't have had a chance, really. But it was, you know, Dr. Dre came in and assured him that, hey, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you get there. And he did just what he did.
Well, when the Beastie Boys was really, really making all their noise, you know, Run DMC was banging pretty hard too with Run's House and Walk This Way, different songs like that. LL Cool J was hot.
Yeah.
Man, the Fat Boys.
Oh man, I'm telling you, the way it was paved as the first rappers came on the scene, and that was who?
The
Sugar Hill Gang.
Yeah, the Sugar Hill Gang. Curtis Blow.
There you go.
Curtis Blow, the Sugar Hill Gang. I'm trying to remember that song, Hip Hop, a hippie to the hippie to hip hop.
That's the Sugar Hill Gang.
Yeah, when the chicken tastes like wood.
Yeah,
that was the one.
That was the one that started everything.
You're right, Bruce. When the Beastie Boys first came out, a lot of people did say that they were making fun of
making fun of rap.
Making fun of rap. And regardless of what you say, rap influenced them enough to they wanted to do the music. So whether they were trying to make fun or whatever, they that album, when they did that rap, really springboarded them into music, period, where they were able to go ahead and do whatever kind of music that they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Big E say, I don't know why these niggas want to hate on my life. I do this here for you and you and you and you and you.
You and you. Yeah, you know, you did that BE.
Yes.
Did that beat, bro.
He put that beat down.
I'm trying to
As
tell
they say,
you.
that's a happy song. That's a happy song. Get you bouncing.
Make you get up and shake your booty.
Check
Ow!
the YouTube video out of the Beastie Boys in the round of Scotland. I'm gonna have to check that out. I will go here. I'm gonna make a note about that. I will check that out and see what it is they see what it is that you hipping me on. So yeah, I get it. I get it a peep. No problem at all. I'm always open and willing to listen to some music, no matter how old or different. I have an open mind when it comes to listening to music and getting my jam on. Master Rod.
Yes, sir.
If you could be a DJ at a radio station, what kind of radio station would you choose to work with? Would you try to be a part of?
Because I'm an all-arounder person. But if I had to pick one, I would probably do some R&B.
Oh, you want to smooth talk to women?
Smooth talk to women.
Make the men mad that you have them standing outside.
Look here, the ones that want to go home and make them babies. All that kind of stuff, you know.
Oh, I missed that exhibit. That is Exhibit Man.
And
Exhibit
he was a
went
good.
hard.
Yes, he did.
He was one of the best doing it at the time when he was doing it. And then he started doing that car show where they were Pimp My Ride or something like
Pimp
that.
My Ride. Pimp My Ride.
Man, Exhibit got with Dr. Dre. And for a long time, I was like, man, Exhibit is the man. I thought his career would have had a little more longevity than what it did. But you know, for different strokes for different folks, and he just disappeared from the music scene.
He faded.
Yeah. He started doing other things and he just left music. But X, man, he was the first X. Before DMX, it was Exhibit.
He was. But when DMX came along, that was a rap.
Oh, man. When DMX came along and got with Swiss Beats and the Rough Riders, they took off into the stratosphere.
Man, that boy, that was so good all the way to his dying day.
Yeah, man. DMX, legend.
Yeah.
You know, that man. And what was beautiful about it, he always did something in his music to give God some kind of appreciation. Always.
All the time. And that's all he talked about. So God rest his soul.
Never trying to make fun, just music, my brother. Oh no, nobody accusing you of making fun. Or the Beastie. I wasn't one of the people that accused the Beastie Boys of trying to make fun of rap either. I like the Beastie Boys. I jammed the Beastie Boys, and I didn't let people put it in my mind, oh, they making fun of rap music, you know, because back in the day when I was young, the truth is that people wait a minute. We got somebody come in here. Who is it? She likes me for me. Really? Really, she likes me for me? You think Spence ducked Pacquiao? You really think that this man ducked Pacquiao because he has an eye injury, a detached retina? Do you think, I'm going to say, do you think you can even play basketball, which is not a physical sport, with a detached retina not bothering you? Give me a reason. Put it in the chat for us why you think Spence ducked Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? And the drug test. What drug test? Spence has never failed a drug test ever. ever. He has never been pulled a drug test. Now, here on MZ Talks Boxing, we respect everybody's opinion, but what we won't do is respect someone just making up something. Now, unless you have something substantial to prove that Spence ducked Pacquiao or failed a drug test or on drugs, then you have to pull that out. Other than that, you're just saying stuff. And, you know, it's cool. You can say that. But him being a coward, as my brother say right here, hell no. Spence ain't no coward. Where you get that from? Stop.
Hell no to the no.
Vince is not a coward. But we respect you coming through. And I hope you hit that like button while you're in here chilling with us. And go ahead and kick it with us and relax. You're right. DMX legend. Always. Okay. So she likes me for me says he pulled out with his ice nipples. What more proof is there? Well, here's something for you. I had a cousin. His name was Lee. He passed away in a car accident. He used to lift weights. We stayed in the projects with my cousin, and there were no steroids out there in the projects, and his nipples were the same way. And I know that my cousin was not on any drugs. So the nipple thing is not proof. There is no scientific proof that says your nipples stands out like Earl Spence's because you're on some kind of drugs. You're going to have to come with something different from that. Like I said, we need facts, not feelings. So with that being said, Master Rod, can you cue up something for us to get our jam on? Why she likes me for me, thinks of something else. She likes me for me. I would like to know who do you like as a fighter? I'm considering it. I'm sure you're a Pacquiao fan, which I am a Pacquiao fan myself. But I wouldn't say that Spence pulled out of the fight for failing the drug test because of the drug test or what you're saying, because like I said, there's nothing written anywhere of proof that Earl Spence has failed a drug test. Cypher Supreme TV, salute to you, my brother. Glad to see you here. Hope you hit that thumbs up when you come on in. You know how we do here over at MZ Talks Boxing. We talk a little bit of boxing, bring up some situations that may have happened and taken place, and then we go ahead and hit you with a little jam. So, what you got queued up for me, player?
Look here. Name of this song is Freak You Need by the Southwest Riders.
Let's have it.
Yeah, hey, what's up, everybody? This is DJ Damn Fool and this motherfucker. How y'all motherfuckers doing? We got this butt naked action going on here. It's very illegal. Very motherfucking illegal. But hey, we got this new shit going down. It's very, very hot. Check it out.
You stepped into the room, I noticed all your curves blew my mind. I can see you fine, the only thing going through my mind. Then the way you speak, you really freak me out. It turns me on, wanna hear you moan. Can't wait till we spend time alone. Lay down on the bed, girl, strike a pose for me. It's poetry, the curves that I do see. Spread out here in front of me. We don't need no weed, no drink, we don't need no ecstasy. When you fuck with me, you can come all night. I'll hit you right, all the different ways you lie. We can go school and knees to shoulder. I told you, you can hold your
That's right.
If you won't just send it over.
Spence is a coward, he whooping everything.
When the mirror wraps around the room, that way I can enjoy the pleasure and the pain as it comes across your face. Feel you tightening up, you about to let it go. That's when I see how you want it, fast and slow. Now talk to me, cause I'm your friend. I can be the freak you claim you're missing. Yes, I can. I can be your freak. Wow, I can be the freak you need. I can be the freak you claim you're missing. Call on me. I can be your freak. I can be the freak you need. Need a thug in your life. You muscles out here bumping like they bugging you right. Come on to my spot, let me show you a sight. We creep to the hood and we play it to get tight. Can you feel that? Your hands on your thighs. lie. Go up a little higher, you catch my eye. I ain't trying to hit, I'm just riding to get high. I can see it in your eyes. You want me to try, but your body don't lie. Cause I do all them things you wanna do. Man, I'm talking knee to your shoulders, feet to your palm. Let me know something, girl. Let the song in the song. From the door to the floor, from the floor to the couch, from the couch to the stage. If you wait, well, man, we can go all night. Let me know if you been needing some fuck in the morning light. I can be the freak you claim you're missing. Yes,
I can be a freak. I can be a freak in me.
I can be the freak you claim you're missing. Call on me. I can be I can do it. Man, stressing you out. Don't worry about that, cause I'm stretching you out. You coming and twitching and shaking, no doubt, no doubt. 3 or 4 hours, you out. Ecstasy, that's the place we both shall be. Man, I'm talking. When we gon' fuck? When we gon' fuck?
Wait a minute. I'm gonna have to put a pause on that real quick.
I can be a freak.
I can be. Hold on, bro. It says some of the other channels are saying Spence killed a rapper called Mo3. She likes me for me. You can't believe all the nonsense that you've seen. So now Spence is a murderer. Come on, man. Stop that. Why are you on here trying to spread rumors? Now, I said we'll respect your opinion. But now you come, what channel said that? What channel said that Spence killed Mo3? I'm gonna just let that one go ahead and go because I'm seeing that this is crazy. Cypher Supreme TV said his retina is just torn. He will recover in a matter of weeks, and I'm looking forward to that. You know, She Likes Me for Me comes in again and said they said the rapper is the reason his car flipped and he retaliated. Really? I think you're confused. I am thinking you are confused. So it said, I'm glad it ain't detached. Are you a doctor? I don't get that. I don't know what they're talking about on that one. He say Goodfella TV is the ones that said that man, stop it. If Spence murdered Mo3, Spence would be in jail. Let's just keep it real. Spence ain't like no powerful politician or anything. And no, that's a street beef that has nothing to do with Earl Spence. I reject that. I reject that deposit. As Cypher Supreme say, what the fuck? With 100, with all their laugh emojis, because that is funny. That's hilarious. The boy Maestro say that's bull, and Cypher Supreme say sounds foolish. And I have to agree with my boy Cypher Supreme TV. That does sound foolish on all levels, not just right here, right now. Oh, you say, how do you know the extent of Spencer's injury? He needs surgery. Well, with a detached retina or messed up retina, of course, you will need surgery. But let's not forget, Abner Mares suffered 2 detached retinas, one in his right eye and one in his left. Remember, that's what stopped him from fighting Tank Davis, and he was supposed to fight somebody else. That's why he's sitting on the sideline now calling fights instead of fighting. That's also the same reason that, like I said earlier in the broadcast, Sugar Ray Leonard ended up having to leave fighting. He had a detached retina that threatened to blind him if he kept fighting. So with those things, yeah, he could need surgery. He does need surgery. He will get surgery. You know, I'm pretty sure of that. And we just have to see what happens.
Yeah, you got to heal up before you can get back in the ring anyway.
Yeah, he'll have to heal up. And if he can come back, you know, I'm a Spence fan. I'll be riding right along with him if he decides to come back. When he comes back, I'll still be cheering for him. So with that being said, moving on down, what does it say? They already have the people responsible for that. Speaking on the Mo3 murder. So if they already have the people responsible for Mo3 being murdered, and Spence is still boxing and not in jail, I guess he had nothing to do with it. So I guess who is it? Goodfellas TV. I guess they're lying, or maybe you misunderstood what they said. Either way, we know that's not true. So, anybody got anything new to add to the situation or this conversation, or shall we just keep moving on and rolling until the wheels fall off?
Well, we can keep on rolling till the wheels fall off, my brother. Let's keep it moving.
Wait. Oh, well, they talking about another show right now. You know, more power to them. I can only worry about what happens on MZ Talks Boxing and the facts that we put out over fiction. So we're gonna make sure that when we speak about something that we pretty much know what it is that's going on and leave it at that. You don't know who Mo3 is. But if you don't know who Mo3 is, why would you bring up the situation about Spence killing him? That's like saying that you know who killed Gotti. Anyway, as we proceed to give you what you need in a smooth, laid back type situation, Master Rod in the building. What, man, cue up something, man, on the DJ, on the wheels of steel, the wheels of vinyl, the wheels of whatever it is that you're willing to roll for us to jam some music.
And I got this new number, man, that I had did about 4 months ago called I'm Cheating.
Hold on. Right, Supreme say, I know what Harper is. Well, you're going to have to tell me, man, because that would be something to talk about. He said he know what Jimmy Hoffa is. Last time I checked, everybody was pretending like they didn't even know what Hoffa was at. I guess I could start a rumor and say, the last time I checked, though, I think I heard that Hoffa was in Hawaii, chilling in a bungalow, drinking coconut milk. Billy Joe with his broken orbital versus Canelo. Well, yeah, he did receive a broken orbital bone, and not only did he get a broken orbital bone, but so did Daniel Dubois. He got a broken orbital bone from what's that boxer's name? The bright skin heavyweight. Cypher Supreme TV, if you can help me out, what's the guy's name that jabbed Dubois until he messed up his orbital bone? Which orbital bone and a retina tear are different. Those are two different injuries. You know what I'm saying? One is like you got a broken face, and one, Joe Joyce, that's his name. One is a broken face, and one is, like it says, a detachment of a nerve from the eye. So, you know, they both can be fixed. Kell Brook received 2 broken orbitals. Triple G broke one of his orbitals when he moved up to fight at middleweight, and then when he moved back down to face Earl Spence broke his other eye orbital. So when you bring up those things, you know, as you've seen, Kell Brook came back from the first broken orbital and fought again against Earl Spence, got that one broke. Then he came back again and fought Terrence Crawford. So, you know, broken orbitals, you can come back from those and fight again. Detached retina, I believe you can come back and fight with that too. So with that being said, we're going to keep it moving. Bruce says the U.S. is very good at putting people in prison, especially for murder. Well, I wouldn't say especially for murder, because here in the good old United States, you can go to jail for damn near anything. And as of lately, people are going to jail at exponentially speed. They're going to prison and jail at a high rate of number. I've seen people go to jail for jaywalking. I've seen people going to jail for falling asleep in their car, parked. I've seen people get put in handcuffs for moving into an apartment. So when you look at it, the United States lock up citizens at a very rapid rate because it's money. You know, the United States has a lot of private prisons, and in order for the private prison to make money, they have to have bodies to fill up their beds. So you're right. We are good over here in the United States for locking up people. And yeah, we do get them, especially for murder. So speaking on the Earl Spence thing, once again, I don't believe that Earl Spence murdered anyone. And like Big E said earlier, they already got the people that's involved with it. Got to look up the beef. Have to. Good show. Appreciate it. I'm glad you like the show. I'm glad you're here. You know, like I said, we will never shun you for your opinion, but we will ask that you at least bring the facts with it when you bring something out and hang on somebody's shoulder. Cypher Supreme says, shit, people getting away with murder in the U.S., and they are on a regular. And a lot of the people that's getting away with it are the people that we pay to enforce the law, which are the police. And they're really not law enforcement. They really just supposed to come around when the crime is taking place. But you're right on that. People do get away with murder around here like it's nobody's business. Let's see. Mexico actually hiding. I don't get that one. You're gonna have to break that one down to me a little more on that. Cypher Supreme, God bless America.
Yeah.
Well, once upon a time, America did used to be the country of "In God We Trust," but as we've been getting older, as you can see, they start turning more away from God and more about
you doing your own thing,
alternative facts.
Yeah,
which I still don't get what an alternative fact is, because a fact is a fact. It can't be an alternative to it. You know what I'm saying? If hot is hot, there is no alternative to hot. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, Bruce, you are correct. Both of those injuries are serious injuries, especially for a boxer, because it's in their face. And you're looking at somebody who's you're looking at people that, you know, a boxer, you know, an injury to your face is something serious, especially when it comes to your eye.
You got to see. Sure enough, without your eyes, man, you'd be like Stevie Wonder, blind.
Right.
You know?
That's a good analogy. That's a great analogy.
Hey, I'm just telling it like it is, man. I mean, hey, even for me, man, you see I got these things on my eyes. If I take them off, everything is blurred to me right now. I'm looking at myself. I'm blurred.
Yeah, that's because you know, that's the old ass eyes you got.
And look, I can see.
That's the old eyes you got.
You know, so that is, you know.
He said Texas has the death penalty express line.
and we are known for that, believe me.
Yeah, well, you know, Huntsville is what death row is.
Yeah, so they will definitely put you there.
Texas will put your ass right on that. The thing that kills me is you put somebody on death row and then you hold them on death row for 15, 20 years. You know, and that is something that I never get. You put somebody on death row and then you keep spending all this money to keep them alive.
To keep them on death row until they're ready to put them to death. If they even put them to death, because they may die before they even get there.
This is true. And it's so hard unless you just have 100% pure facts and you know for a certain that a person did some kind of heinous crime, then and only then am I will I not oppose the death penalty. But if you got a case where the waters are muddled and you're not really for sure, you find out that the DA or the prosecution was shady or the judge was shady. It's a lot of things that go on when it comes down to that you have to look at. So, you know, just screaming death for somebody doing something, that's crazy. Now you catch somebody riding around, for example, with 2 children in the car, dead, and the lady, I hate to even get on that, but yeah, there was a case that came across my desk a couple of days ago where this young mother had a little girl and a little boy in her trunk, already passed away. You know, and the mother is the grandmother of the children is saying that both of her daughters, the daughter that the children belong to and the auntie who was taking care of the children, both of them deserve to be locked up. And you know, you rarely hear a mother say that about her own children, but she said both of those girls were just as guilty in those children's death, and they both should pay for it. So you know that's crazy. We're in Polk County, Florida. Bruce seems to know a lot about what's going on out here in the United States. Polk County, Florida, they have only 2 unsolved murders in the last 20 years. Well, that might be what they say, because, you know, when somebody ends up missing and you don't know what happened to them, that's pretty much unsolved too.
Mm-hmm.
And not to just be dumping on the United States, because there's evil everywhere. All over the world, every country, every state, every city, every town, every village, something is going on. It might not be going on quite as regular, but you better believe evil will pop his ugly face up anywhere at any time.
That's right. Roll the dice and we shall see.
Roll the dice.
You know, that's how I see it, you know. Man,
you was getting ready to unveil the new song.
Look here, as I was about to say about the new song called "I'm Cheating" by no one other than your boy Master Rod. I did for a
this for that movie thing, right?
Yeah, that is for the movie that I did with the lady. I presented some tracks for her, and that movie is on YouTube.
What's the name of it?
The name of the movie is called Limitless.
Limitless?
Limitless. And you have to subscribe to Mr. Douglas Houston's page in order to see this movie. Again, Douglas Houston.
Douglas Houston, and the name of the movie is Limitless.
Limitless.
And the name of the song is I'm Cheating?
I'm Cheating. It's a 3-part short movie.
Oh.
On infidelity.
Okay.
Yeah. Also,
for people that don't know, Barbershop Conversations, that guy Fred, he just did a movie called 9 Wives. It's getting some traction, and I suggest that check it out. So
you said, what's his name again?
His name is Fred Hawthorne. The name of his channel is Barbershop Conversations.
Barbershop Conversations. I think I done seen this cat.
Yeah, Fred has he gets some very good interviews on his channel. You know, I frequent his channel a lot. He gets interviews with Deontay Wilder's been on there. He had the referee from the first Wilder fight and Fury fight on there. He had Sugar Hill on there. He has some people that you would be interested on hearing what they have to talk about. Jason Whitlock was on there one day, and he opens it up where people can call in or beam in and talk to the people themselves and ask questions. So, if you ever get a chance to check it out and you like that type of thing, head on over to Barbershop Conversations. But the name of his movie is 9 Wives, and the track that we're about to get into is called I'm Cheating. And this is created by Master Rod for a movie about infidelity on YouTube. You can go and find it. And the name of that man's channel again is what?
Douglas Houston.
Douglas Houston. So when you find some time to check that out, we urge you to go ahead and peep it out. Let's go ahead and let us get a jam on that.
There we go. Infidelity. It's a powerful word. Yeah.
This word speaks volumes. So beware of the consequences that comes with it. You hear me?
something to say to you. I'm cheating on you. Seems kind of sudden for me to be telling you this. I'm cheating on you. First of all, I am sorry I've caused you pain and agony. You could have known it the way I set it up. You could have known it the way I set it up. I know it's bad, we can work it out. Me and you, we can work it out. I know it's bad, we can work this out. Me and you, we can work this out.
I know it's doing wrong. I should have been spending time at home. All the while, I know I was doing wrong. I should have been spending time at home.
Me and you,
Underneath the stars, under your time.
But
Then I realized
I had to say this over words to you. To say to you, I'm cheating on you. Seems kind of sudden for me to be telling you this. I'm cheating on you. I've been cheating for a while now. I've been cheating for a while now. I had to tell you so you can know now. I had to tell you so you can know now. What a feeling, what a feeling, a good feeling, a good feeling, what a feeling, what a feeling, dilly, 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 dilly. La 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 la
la la
la la la la
la la
la la la la yeah.
Baby, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. Please just give me a chance. Another chance. Just to prove myself to you and only you.
Something to say to you. I'm cheating, baby, on you. Seems kind of sudden. I know it seems kind of sudden. Telling you that I'm cheating on you.
Baby, I'm sorry. Please, won't you forgive me? Baby, I love you. Baby, give me a chance.
That was I'm Cheating by Master Rod, coming out of the RA Productions camp. That was a quick question that came out by Bruce. Bruce said, who's winning Wilder versus Fury 3? And Biggie said that Wilder's going to win. And I'm going to say that I believe Wilder has already won because Fury has been trying to get out of this fight from the beginning. I'd be surprised, and I'm going to say straight out, I believe Fury will probably try to retire and just call himself an undisputed champion that no one can beat. I believe that he can live with that. I believe he can live with that. Bruce said he's taking Fury, and that's cool. You know, hopefully they do fight, and we can meet back here later, and one of us will have bragging rights of who fighter won. You're a Fury fan, I'm a Wilder fan. and we'll just see. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Canelo versus Vital is much bigger fight than Plant. Why would you say that when Plant's fight against Canelo would make undisputed? Canelo fight Bivol. It's Bivol, not Vital. It's Bivol. Him fighting Bivol doesn't make him undisputed. Him fighting Plant does make him undisputed. And when you look at it, you have to ask yourself, why is Canelo having such a hard time when it comes to fighting fighters that can give him problems? It's always a weight situation. He's trying to make him come down to a certain weight or fight at a certain weight class or anything like that. Cypher Supreme's TV said, I don't know about that one, MZ. Which one you don't know about? Fury and Wilder? Help me understand what you mean, Cypher. I'm not sure. Bruce says, whose soccer jersey are you wearing? I believe he's talking to you on that one, Master Rod. You got on a soccer jersey?
You know what? Yeah, I got on my jersey, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What team is that?
It's a Puma.
It's no team?
Oh, shoot, I don't know what this logo is. I know it's a Puma logo right here.
Stand up a little bit. Let's get a look at it. Oh, okay. Oh, it's just the Puma.
Yeah.
Nothing on the back?
Nothing on the back.
Oh, okay. It's just clean,
let me see.
a clean Puma soccer jersey. Now ain't nothing on your back, old man. You can't remember? Once again, ladies and gentlemen.
Look here. Because I don't wear this jersey that often.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, the remnants of marijuana on your brain cells. Make a man stand up and show his back when he already knows nothing on his back.
Nothing on his back. I just had to show you.
Oh, so Cypher Supreme say Fury Wilder. So Cypher, you going with you? I take it that you leaning toward Fury on that fight. I'm taking it that he giving me he laughing at me, but okay, Cypher. I look forward to me and you having a conversation later. Hopefully somewhere around October about this same fight. You know, as Trey X and Marlo Corner would say, you know, I'll make sure I have some crow already cooked up and waiting for you. Already cooked up and waiting. And I have some soy sauce so you can sprinkle on there and mix it with a little rice. Cypher said kinda. I don't think he will retire early. The only reason I'm saying that I think he'll retire early is because of all the different things that he's tried to pull so far. And as of late, you know, his dad and everybody was you know, prior to that fight coming on, Fury's family, his camp, everybody was like on shaky grounds about that fight. But now that the fight has been postponed into a later date, now all of a sudden they have all this confidence and talking about Wilder might lose his life in this fight coming up. And to be honest with you, out of Fury's whole career, except that one fight, which was an anomaly, Fury has never beaten anyone like that, ever. You can go through every fight that he's ever had. Fury has never beat anyone in that fashion. So I don't look for it. I don't look for him to be able to come in and reproduce that performance in no way, shape, form, or fashion. It's going to be a tougher fight. You're right, Bruce. It's going to be a tougher fight for the simple reason Wilder is getting a lot more time to practice on combinations and different things like that. And if his training if he takes to his training and he applies it in the ring when they fight, yeah, that's going to be it's going to be a good fight. It should be a very good fight. It should be one for the ages. People should be very excited. I believe that once that fight happens, if it happens, that people will feel like they got their money's worth, and they'll enjoy it. Bruce said that that Puma shirt looks like a soccer jersey. Yeah, it does have a little style to it. I kind of like that, you know. I don't know who picked it out for him because, you know, he got those old ass eyes. Somebody had to help him there. Probably, I don't know. You got a cane walker or a wheelchair. What they do, wheel you in there.
No, my sister bought this for me, man, and I appreciate her buying that for me so much. I didn't know what to expect, and like she said, when she picked it, she just said, "Well, I know he likes stylish stuff, so she got me Puma," and I was like, "Puma, okay, that's cool."
Don't do Puma like that. You know, Puma trying to make a comeback.
Hey, look, and I said that's cool because I said, you know what, I'm gonna cherish this.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah,
my mama told me whenever you get a gift, you're supposed to always keep it and never, ever give it away.
Never. Oh, no, they ain't doing that. No. And if you notice, I've been popping in and out, man, because I'm looking for this guy's channel. And I want to make sure I told everybody right about that. And then I have some other things I need to speak about before we end tonight's show.
You know, we're not close to ending quite yet, so we're doing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's why I said that. We're getting close, but
and I hope you gave the right information because I just got through saying to She Likes Me for Me that we try to make sure that we have our stuff right. So don't be to have me to tell these people about a channel and it's the wrong channel. We're giving somebody kudos for something they shouldn't be getting.
Yeah, it's been a while since I even looked at it, man. It's been a while.
Oh, so you pulled what's his name, Johnny Depp? Ain't that the dude that played Edward Scissorhands?
That's him.
Okay, yeah, you pulled it. So after you finish with a project, you don't mess with it no more. You just on to the next one.
Well, hey, it's been a minute, and I've been asking for another one, and haven't heard a word.
Hey, well, just sit back and relax, let your work do what it do, and she probably hit you up later about something, and we can keep it on moving like that.
Ain't this something?
I don't know. Is it? Is it something or is it nothing?
Maybe nothing at this point.
Okay. Well, maybe nothing sucks.
It does.
How about that?
Wow. I really been looking at a lot of stuff here.
Well, we ain't here to be looking at a lot of stuff. No. There we go. Okay. Well, give me a chance to go ahead and drop something in here real quick, Master Rod. I'm gonna go ahead and drop Keep Moving.
Keep Moving.
Yes, sir. Brought to you out of the MZ Track Titans House of Music. Here we go.
I don't worry about no problems, let no problems worry me. I don't need no ticket on my windows, empty way to see. I keep moving, always keep these people in your side.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Right. Worry about no problems, let no problems worry me. I don't need no ticket on my windows, empty way to see. I keep moving, always keep your eyes on the prize. I keep moving. Never know who's truly on your side.
Gonna miss you old and dead white boys. You know the dead ones get stacked up. When you walk into a strip club, hustle up, watch hoes act up. Niggas look strange, I look strange back. You got a problem, you don't really want that. That alcohol got a tank in. You walk in, don't make me just prove that. I'm trying to let you make it, my nigga, just let it be. If the devil love up in you, so you gon' come fuck with me. And I'm gonna make it home, and you might not let there be new scripture. If you cross the line, I can guarantee that I'll let that be it, yeah.
I don't worry about no problems, there's no problem worry me. I don't need no kids on my windows, empty way to see. I keep moving, always keep these people in your sight. I keep moving, you never know who's wrong or who's right. Worry about no problems, there's no problem worry me. I don't need no tints upon my windows, let them in the see. I keep moving, always keep your eyes on the prize. I keep moving, you never know who's truly on your side.
I keep on moving like soul to soul. Penetration mind, let your conscience flow. Like water from the aquifer. Look you in the aquifer and see the sea. For the Hennessy, take a sip. Those little clips full of hollow tip. Got the mic with the front grip when I spit. Got bubbles like a little shit.
Niggas killing me with this bullshit that you keep. Clarity is so clear.
I need you to step your game up. Cause if not, you a trunk, that's a lame up. I'ma call you super dead cause your game suck. Pack your shit and keep it ain't truck. What?
Worry about the problems, let the problems worry me. I don't need no tint up on my windows, let me let it see. I keep moving, I keep moving. I don't worry about no problems, let no problems worry me. I don't need no tint up on my windows, let me let it see. Always keep the eyes on prize. Never know who's truly on your side.
Niggas killing me with this
From the shit that you hear in the business, clarity is so clear.
Be talking crazy, hold up, don't make them wait. I don't chase after hoes, I really make change. Okay, let's get that straight. Back to the grill when the niggas got beef, yes man, gon' bring your stage. By the time you realize we got a problem, then it's too late.
Yeah. This is your one and only RA Productions music. Another collaboration.
I don't worry about no problem.
DJ.
Okay. That was I Don't Worry About. That was called I Keep Moving. That's called I Keep Moving by MZ Track Titans and Family. So Bruce says everyone is trying to get Canelo to sign a long-term deal. He calling his own shots. No one likes it. Al Heyman wanted a 5-fight deal for a 5-fight deal to fight Plant, who just passed up $50 million. That's not true. The deal was, when they first started, was a 3-fight deal. Plant did not pass up $50 million. Plant didn't pass up anything. Canelo was the one that walked away from the fight. Now, they asked Canelo to sign a 3-fight deal, and Canelo didn't want that. So they took that off the table and gave Canelo the option for the 1-fight deal for $40 million. Plant was set, I believe, to make $10 million, but Canelo also had stipulations. One of the stipulations was if Plant got hurt, that he would have to, that if Plant got hurt, Canelo could fight someone else of his choosing for the same money. Now, Canelo wanted the top end of the pay-per-views. He wanted the money from Mexican TV. He also wanted the biggest part of the live gate, which Plant said he has receipts to show this, paperwork to show this, and who's going to agree? And if Canelo got hurt, then Plant would have to wait for Canelo. He couldn't fight somebody else. He had to fight Canelo. Who's going to agree to that? You know, it sounds to me that Canelo was putting stipulations into it to make Plant turn down the fight, which I believe surprised Canelo when they kept saying, yeah, we'll give you the $40 million. Yeah, we'll give you the biggest money on the live gate. We'll give you the biggest money from the pay-per-views. We'll give you the money from the Mexican TV stations. He also was going to get the money off the Hennessy brand that he supports, and they were going to put that in the ring. So they were going to get the advertising for that. So Canelo pretty much washed that fight out. There's no way that we could blame Plant for that. And we've seen this type of action with Canelo before. Now, the question is, who's Plant going to fight for $10 million? For $10 million. Well, if Canelo fights him, he's going to get that $10 million right there. Let's not pretend like Caleb Plant isn't a champion. Caleb Plant is a champion, and he is the last belt for Canelo to be undisputed at 168 pounds. So if Canelo was is set to receive all of these options, then why would he walk away from that fight? You know, how could anyone say that falls on Plant? Now, the first time Canelo wanted to fight Plant, he wanted to fight Plant. He wanted to give Plant just a few weeks' notice to fight. And in Plant's defense, Plant was right by saying, "I'm a champion. You're gonna give me a full camp to get ready for a fight. You're not gonna do me like you did Kovalev, where Kovalev had just had a fight and then turn around and fight him again. He fought a drained Kovalev. Simple and plain. You know, I like Canelo, but not enough to say that he's the pound for pound. Yeah, they've made him the face of boxing, which is a surprise to me because he's the first fighter that I've ever seen get recognition and fame for losing. When he lost to Canelo Alvarez, when he lost to Floyd Mayweather, all of a sudden he became a great set. Cypher Supreme says Benavidez versus Plant, Canelo versus Charlo. Make it happen. All of those would be good fights. All of them would. But Plant is a belt holder at 168. Benavidez lost his belt on the scale. And you know, I don't say anything bad about that. Yeah, I do believe that he should have been the first person to get the fight for his belt after he lost it on the scale. But as we all know, Canelo pulled a fast one and decided to ask the WBC to let him fight for Benavidez's belt against his sparring partner. You know, so against his sparring partner, somebody that you already know that you've been beating up in practice all the time. Now you're gonna ask the governing bodies to let you fight him for a belt. I don't see how that's great at all. Canelo is the A side, not Plant. I never said Plant was the A side in no way, shape, form, or fashion. What I did say is that Plant gave in to all of Canelo's demands, which automatically lets you know, hey, okay, I'm giving you the A side with no argument. I'm giving you everything you're asking for with no argument. So with that being said, you know, it's on Canelo. You know, Canelo will always be the A side, Cypher Supreme says. Yes, as of right now. So Canelo will not Plant until next week. I'm gonna be honest with you, Bruce. I don't think Canelo can beat Plant. I think Plant can beat Canelo. I'm one of the few people that I know who says that. I believe that Caleb Plant will beat Canelo because he's a boxer. He uses his feet. He uses his range. He does all that well. Now we have to wait to see them get in the ring to see if what I think Plant can do will hold out in the fight. But we'll have to see. Bruce says that Plant passed on 4 belts. What 4 belts did Plant pass on when Canelo has 3 and Plant is holding the last of the 4 belts at 168? So what 4 belts did he pass on? Like I just said, all of the stuff that Canelo asked for, they gave to him. And then Canelo jumps up and says he's going to fight Bivol. Bivol is 175 pounds. Canelo wanted him to come down and meet him at 170, catch weight. A catch weight to fight 175 pounder. You're already at 168 pounds. You fought, what's his name? He fought Kovalev at 175 pounds. So why would you ask another 175 pound fighter to move down 5 more pounds and meet you at 170? Wow. That doesn't make sense in no way at all. Now, he said they want multi-fight deal. They ain't going to get it. I don't really care if they get it or not, because the last thing they did say was, okay, we'll give you that 1 fight. But here's the deal about that. Canelo said he wants to fight a 1-fight deal. PBC agreed to that. I don't know why people are trying to act like they didn't agree to that. They told Canelo, yeah, we'll give you the 1 fight against Plant. And then Canelo, I forgot to tell you, he also said there will be no rematch. Plant said cool. But then when they looked up, they said if Canelo lost, then there would be a rematch. Now, how does that sound? No matter how you look at Canelo right now, the moves that he's been making, they just don't look they don't look good. That's not a good fit. Cypher Supreme says Bibble been chasing Canelo for a while. I do remember him calling Canelo out sometime back, a few times, and I also heard him say that he would go down to 168 to fight Canelo. I did hear that too. But on the same stance, this is the fourth time out of the last 4 years that Canelo, who claimed to want to fight on the Mexican dates, which is Cinco de Mayo, and Mexican Independence Day, which is in September. And he's about to miss that September date again. Now they're talking about fighting in what, November? What happened to the fight in September? The way it looks to me is if Canelo doesn't have everything set up to where he feels like he has a for sure win, then the fight doesn't happen. Now, if he feels like he has a for sure win, he'll go ahead and take that fight without all of these different stipulations and everything like that. And these are pretty much, what I'm saying, undisputable things that I'm saying, because these are things that you could literally look up from other fights and see the actions that Canelo took in making fights. So he can be the A side. I wouldn't argue that. He can be the A side. People say he's the face of boxing. He can be that too. But we can't gloss over the fact that when it comes to negotiating, the man turns into a diva. And if everything isn't just set for him, then it's no fight. And you don't fight the best. The best fighting the best doesn't happen like that.
Not that often anyway, right?
At all. They want multi-fight deal. Canelo said no, fights off. Well, if that's what you want to believe and that's what you want to say, then cool. I won't argue with you on that, but the facts are, people other channels have already showed, and I hate to have to pull up all those different screenshots and show where Caleb Planton already put out there and showed where Canelo was asking for certain things, and they had gave it to him, that they were willing to give it to him. So, you keep saying they wanted a multi-fight deal. Well, let's put it like this. If they wanted a multi-fight deal, you said 5, which they didn't want 5. They actually wanted a 3-fight deal. Canelo turned it down. They didn't want a 3-fight deal. So they went on and passed that away. They went on and let that go. So the deal that was on the table that they were going about was a 1-fight deal for $40 million against Caleb Plant for undisputed. That was the last deal that was on the table before Canelo walked away and called on Bivol. Now, here's the thing that you need to be asking yourself. What made Canelo walk away from Bivol and go back to the table to negotiate with Caleb Plant? Why didn't Canelo and his camp say that Caleb Plant had lied? If what Caleb Plant was saying was a lie, then what's that? And you're saying that Canelo was a middleweight, which, okay, Canelo's a middleweight, 168 pounder. Well, let's ask this question. Why won't he fight Demetrius Andrade, who has a belt at 168 pounds? Why won't he fight Charlo, who has his belt that he gave up at 168 pounds? He fought Kovalev at 175 pounds. So he did go up to a light heavyweight at one point, Bruce. So for those statements that you're making right now, he's not a light heavy. What's that? Because he fought Kovalev. Kovalev's 175 pounder. He fought Kovalev at 175 pounds. So what's the difference between Bivol at 175 and not a 170? 164. What's 164? We don't have 164 weight class. We got 154, 168, 175, 147, 140, 135, 130, and down. They don't have a 164 pound weight class, not that I know of. So right now, you know, just let me just look at it. Let me just put it like this: with the different weight classes that you're saying, and Canelo bouncing up and down in weight classes, why don't he just, you know, he claims he wants to be undisputed. He walked away from the fights at 168 for at 168. Wait, what is it? You're right, 164. 64 is where 154, 160. What damn Charlo? What is Charlo? The middleweights is where where Charlo and Demetrius Andrade is. They the middleweights that Canelo won't fight. Because remember, Canelo was at 154. 154. That's what it is. 154. Yeah. Canelo left 154, went to 160. 160 is where the Demetrius and Charlo is. 168 is where David Benavidez and Caleb Plant is. And 175 is where Bibble is. Of course, he's going to look for every advantage. He'd be a fool not to. True. He would be a fool not to. But to tell somebody that you want to get $40 million for one fight, you want the biggest amount of the purse, you want the biggest amount of the live gate, you want the biggest amount for pay-per-view, and you want the money from Mexican TV, and you want your advertising in the ring, and you walk away from that with no reason. You know, Caleb Plant is a 168 pounder. That's what Canelo's fighting at. That's what Canelo says he wants to be great. That's where, you know, he wants to be the first Mexican middleweight undisputed champion of the world. And right now, to me, his actions aren't showing that. His actions aren't showing that. So if I was a fighter and I was in a weight class and I was going after undisputed, then I would be trying to whoop everybody in their weight class. Period. And you know, he says Plant just lost millions. Where you going to get that? Well, let's not pretend like the fighters that fight for PBC don't get paid well. You haven't heard any of those fighters in PBC complaining about their money. Plant's a millionaire already. So to say he lost out on 10 million, well, Canelo lost out on 40 million. And right now, he's scrambling, trying to figure out where he's going to get that money from. I'm thinking he probably was trying to leverage DAZN for that money, because DAZN isn't trying to pay him anymore for fighting weak fighters. Nobody wants to see Canelo fight anybody that when you look at it and you say, oh, Canelo's going to beat him. No doubt. But any fighter that people think Canelo has a chance to lose against, a legitimate chance, he finds a way out of that fight. He either says that the person priced himself out or they didn't accept the fight. It's always something that he blames on the other person. But the determining factor and the main factor that always pops up in those situations is Canelo. And I won't just blame Canelo, because I think Eddie Hearn has a slight hand in all of that when those fights not happening, because Canelo is starting to kind of look like Anthony Joshua when it comes to these negotiations and how they're going. 1 minute you're going to fight, you're talking about fighting somebody else, and then at the 11th hour you have a fight already set up with someone else. So, with that being said, I digress on the situation of how Canelo is handling his business when it comes to fighting these guys that could beat him. Okay, Bruce giving us some good conversation. I like it. I appreciate you giving us this conversation, Bruce. Bruce says that he fought Canelo because he knew he could beat Canelo. He fought him easy, because he knew he could beat Kovalev easy. Salute to Trey X, just stepped into the building. Appreciate you running a little late, but we're glad you're here. Hit that thumbs up on your way in. I understand if you missed that. We ain't got to worry about that, Bruce. But yeah, he knew he could fight. He knew he could beat Kovalev easy because Kovalev had just came off of a fight, and he had to do a quick turnaround. So, you know, I have no qualm with that. What I'm saying is, since you could go up to 175 to fight to fight Kovalev.
All right, Trey X.
Fight super middleweight. That's what the 168 is, super middleweight. And I lost my thought. Oh, so when it comes down to that, yeah, you know, he already at 168 pounds. He's already 168 pounds. So right now, I'm just confused at the way he's moving. You know what I'm saying? You go into negotiations with one person, then you backdoor, and you in negotiations with someone else, and then you drop that person, then you go back to negotiations with Caleb Plant. And like I said, I believe that Caleb Plant could beat Canelo. I'll probably end up losing on that call. But right now, the way I see things going, and just the way I see the way Plant fights and the way Canelo fights, Canelo doesn't like to fight people that moves around and use the ring. That's not fighters that he likes to fight. You know, that's just not. He likes someone that he can catch up to. And every fighter that he can catch up to, that he was able to catch up to, yeah, he's always beat him. I had no confidence that Billy Joe Saunders was going to beat him at all. I knew Billy Joe was going to lose because Billy Joe had started whining and complaining before the fight even got started. But Caleb Plant, he hasn't shown me anything to make me think that he doesn't want that smoke with Canelo. But only time will tell. You know, they got so far they talk in November. Canelo's talking November because it's pretty much too late to be talking about trying to fight in September, unless he finds him some unsuspecting willing to try to make that money. Because it seems to me now everybody is looking at Canelo like they're looking at Pacquiao. That's my money fight right there. That's my money fight. And I'm like, man, forget the money fight. Show me the real fighters that wants to smoke. The ones that's going to get in the ring, handle their business, and go at it. And right now, a lot of the fighters are disappointing me. I'm being disappointed by a lot of fighters. Jamal, the older Charlo brother, you know, I would like to see him fight some stiffer competition. Hell, I would have loved to see him fight Demetrius Andre. But, you know, the younger Charlo and Demetrius Andre had that falling out because Demetrius pulled out of the fight because Rock Nation promised him they can get him more money and stuff like that. And that just soured the whole deal for him having to fight with either one of the Charlo brothers. And that's just sad because those would have been some great fights to see. I stand by the fact that a great fight is Canelo Charlo, Canelo Plant, Canelo Benavidez. Charlo, he said he's going to move up to 168. You know, got to wait to see if that happens. But I would love to see him, you know, since he's not getting any fights at 160. He's not getting those fights. He might as well go ahead and go to 168 and test himself there, you know, because he has a chance to go up there and be great. But until these fighters actually start stepping into the ring, what can you say? The one thing I can say, which I know a lot of people will probably get mad at me because, you know, a lot of people don't like Floyd Mayweather. When Floyd said he was going to fight somebody, he fought him. Simple as that. When he said he was going to fight him, he fought him. Oh, come on, Bruce. Now you're going to say I'm just a hater and you don't even like Canelo. Why am I a hater? Because I'm just telling you what has happened, what has taken place, the way negotiations have went with Canelo and everything like that. I haven't said anything derogatory toward him or anything. You know, I haven't done any of that. I've only spoke about what's taking place right now. You know, I haven't went into the computer raw that Canelo got caught dirty before. You know, I haven't brought up any of that. You know, I'm just telling you the facts as they have been coming out. So no, I'm not a hater of Canelo, not in no way, shape, form, or fashion. He's a good fighter. I just like to see him fight competition that's on his level. You know, quit beating up people that's not on your level. Quit going to choose people that's not on your level. Let me see. Trey X says the only thing about Caleb Plant besides Ugatazi, he doesn't fight anybody good. He doesn't fight anybody any good. He can't get better fighting Mike Lee and how you say it, finging butts. True. He needs to have some better competition as well. You know, but what can you say? I don't know who he hasn't, who's called him out that he hasn't taken the fight. You know, and that's just the question I would have to ask. You know, who's called him out that he didn't take the fight, except for Canelo when Canelo tried to get him to fighting on a short notice. Bruce says it's not Canelo's fault. No, it's not Canelo's fault. And but when he petitioned to fight his sparring partner for a belt, that was his fault. That was just come on. You knew you was gonna beat that dude. Why would you petition to fight for a championship against your sparring partner? And I know a lot of people would say, well, you know, Larry Holmes used to be Muhammad Ali's sparring partner. Yeah, but Larry Holmes didn't face Ali until Ali was way over the hill. So, with that being said, I digress. I can imagine negotiating with you. Well, I would be fair and honest. You know, I would give where I needed to give, and I would stand strong where I needed to stand strong. Then I couldn't just send my fighter out there and have them get beat down because they're underweight or they dehydrated or something like that. I gotta have it where it's gonna benefit my fighter as well. Dr. Supreme TV says Benavidez. I like Benavidez. Benavidez, he's a monster to me. You know, he got fast hands. I'm not too thrilled about his defense. You know, I feel like he can step up on his defense a little better. But as far as being a good strong fighter, Benavidez is that and some. Benavidez does have power. He has, from what I can tell, grit and determination, and he has heart. So I would love to see Benavidez fight Charlo for sure, and only because they were going at it with each other and beefing at each other. I would love to see that, and that would be great fight. Canelo hits you anywhere. Canelo will hit you anywhere it hurts. This is possibly true. I've never been hit by him, so I don't know, and I don't plan on getting hit by him because I'm disabled. I only got one good arm, so I can't fight back like that. So I have to lean back on my legalized firearm to protect myself. But if both of my arms was good and I was still in that ring, yeah, I'd love to go in there and do some damage and get it on. But as far as Canelo's a strong dude. He's a strong little short, compact fighter. You know what I'm saying? But he's not quite that mobile. You know, he got good footwork, but he's not, you know, he's one of those, if I can stand in front of you and bang, then I'm gonna bang you out. And that's what he's good at. You know, that's what he's good at. Anytime he faces a boxer, he ends up, you know, he has problems. He doesn't just beat boxers right out. You know what I'm saying? He beat Amir Khan, which Amir Khan fights with his head up in the air. So he was just waiting for that knockout to come. Other than that, what else can I say? Let me see. Cypher Supreme got one for us. Would love to finally see that fight. Which one? Benavidez and Charlo, or who? Who you talking about on Cypher? Okay, we got a good one here at must not like Crawford then. Somebody said something bad about Crawford. I didn't see any. I didn't see anything about Crawford. But Crawford is a hell of a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Crawford is one of the last undisputed at what was it, 140? Yeah, I think Crawford was at 140. Crawford is a hell of a fighter. You know, I wouldn't say anything bad about Crawford. I wouldn't tear him down in no way, shape, form, or fashion. He's a good fighter. He's an excellent fighter. He's a great boxer, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's just that top rank. I won't even say Crawford. I'd say top rank. What's the old man's name? What is the old man's name? Somebody help me. Please help me. Bob Arum. Bob Arum, I believe, is the one that's holding up Crawford and Crawford's greatness when it comes to these fights, because Bob Arum is refusing pretty much to make fights for Crawford. You know, and that sucks. That really sucks to me, because Crawford, you know, is too good of a fighter to have in your stable, and you pretty much have him just shelved. He's not getting good fights because you refuse to go in there and negotiate and get your fighter a good fight. I lay that all at the feet of Bob Arum. Cypher Supreme says Benavidez versus Plant. Oh shit, Cypher, that would be a good fight. Plant would have to really use the ring and move around. And something that I noticed about Benavidez is pretty decent in cutting off the ring. His last fight, he didn't do too great of a job in cutting off the ring, but previous fights, he's pretty decent in cutting off the ring. And the way he throws his punches is effortless to me. Kind of, he has such an effortless style when he throws his punches, and you can tell he has bad intentions with them, because he does damage with them. So Benavidez versus Plant, if I had to pick, I would have to say that in that fight, I would be leaning more toward Benavidez. Once again, I do like Caleb Plant, but in that fight, I see Benavidez edging it out, because I don't know if Caleb Plant's engine and gas tank will carry him to move around as fluently and as much as he would need to in that fight. So I would lean a little bit toward Benavidez to take that fight against Caleb Plant. Canelo doesn't have a signature win. Too many people thought Kovalev beat him for that to be a signature win. His other big wins have asterisks. I agree with you there on that one, Trey X. Canelo does not have a signature win. There is not a person that you can say that you would put as a signature win, like, where you could say, man, he went on and took that and made it happen. Yeah, you're right. We haven't seen that fight yet, because Danny Jacobs, Danny Jacobs to me wasn't a world beater when it was time for him to fight Canelo. We called him the Miracle Man, and for what he did in his career, great job. But as far as when he got ready to fight Canelo, I didn't see him fight Canelo the way people suspected him to fight. He went in there, he looked a little passive to me. So with that said, Bruce says Canelo only fights for belts. He can't control who has them, right? Right. So why is he not trying to fight Caleb Plant? Why would he lead those negotiations to go up to Bivol? But like I said, he's said that he's back in negotiations with Caleb Plant. We have to see what happens with that and how that turns out. But I would love to see them get into the ring. And if Canelo beat Caleb Plant, then I would, he would be undisputed. That would be history made. He'd be the first undisputed Mexican champion at super middleweight, and he would be the first one to do it, and that would be great for him and his country, his culture, his people. But I say that he has to get through Caleb Plant, and I would like to see him get through Caleb Plant on an even playing field, not with a short count, not with no weight restrictions or dehydration clauses or anything like that. You fighting at 168, go on and fight that man and make it happen. Say what you want, a win is a win. Well, a win is a win unless you're a cheater. Now, if you cheat to get a win, then that's not a win. That's just a cheat. If you win and there's no special circumstances that take place, I give you all your credit for that. All your credit for that. Now, if you get in the ring and you beat somebody and they come out talking about their shoulder was hurt, like Pacquiao did Floyd Mayweather, I did not believe Pacquiao with that. You know, I gave Floyd his credit for that because Pacquiao was throwing both of his hands through that whole fight, so I didn't see where he could have said his shoulder was hurt. But then there was a exchange of punches they had in that fight where Floyd punched Pacquiao in the shoulder, and maybe that's what hurt him. So when it comes down to it, it is what it is. There's a such thing as being opportunistic when the fighter seeks belts. Canelo fought Kovalev off a tough fight versus Yard without time to recover. That matters to some folks like me. You're right, Trey X, and it also matters to me. I was one of the people that I've always been making that argument that he jumped on Kovalev after that hard fight, and Kovalev took the fight on a very fast turnaround, which in my opinion was kind of foolish on Kovalev's part. Everybody says that they're missing out on big money if they don't fight Canelo. But if these fighters start telling Canelo straight up, look, we're not going for all that nonsense, then he'll either have to, as the old statement says, shit, to get off the pot. Bruce says that Crawford ducking. I don't know who Crawford is ducking, because we've heard Bob Arum many times in many situations in interviews say that he's not going to pay for certain fights, and he just doesn't go after those fights for Crawford to have. So do you consider that Crawford is ducking, or do you consider that his promotional company is failing him? I would have to say that I think his promotional company is failing him. That's neither here or there. I'm gonna read this next comment, and then we're gonna go ahead and play a jam for them, play a jam for our people, because our people come in and talk a little boxing, but they also come in and get a little music in their life. I personally think that the Kovalev fight was fixed, dive action, Cypher Supreme. The way he fell down when he got caught, it did look kind of fluky, but the punch that he caught that dazed him, well, he got dazed, and then Canelo caught him again, and he dropped. Whether you think it was a dive or Canelo caught him, I really don't know. But that night Kovalev lost, and the only thing I would point at for Kovalev on that night is that Kovalev took that fight on too quick of a turnaround. Trey said, Cypher Supreme TV, I think it would make more sense if they gave Kovalev recovery time and a full camp to make it look good. It would be crazy even if his fixed fights have asterisks. Well, that would be real crazy. Master Rod, I'm going to ask you to go ahead. Is you sleep over there, old man? Uh-oh, we lost Master Rod. He's on the screen, but he looked like he out of there. Call him Master Rod. Call him Master Rod. Say, man, somebody shoot the DJ. So, yeah, Kovalev took that fight, Trey X, on too fast of a turnaround. And to me, that was pretty much his downfall. So since Master Rod is fell asleep over there, MZ is going to go ahead and reach into the archive. I'm going to go ahead and pull up a song once again, because, this Trey X jam right here, Trey X just, for whatever reason, Trey X just, this song got to be played for him at least 4 or 5 times, or he'll end up reaching out and putting hands on it. And I really don't need no hands put on me right now. So I'm going to go ahead and pop in, keep moving. Cypher Supreme said, is he frozen or is he asleep? You know what? He's not froze, because we can see that my little icon is still pulsating when I talk. And I'm going to go ahead and keep moving, and I'm going to see if I can't reach out to him and see what's going on. Y'all enjoy this. I'll be right back.
I don't worry about no problems, there's no problem worry me. I don't need no ticket on the windows to see. I keep moving, always keep these people in your sight. I keep moving, you never know who's wrong or who's right. Worry about no problems, there's no problem worry me. I don't need no ticket on the windows, let them hear to see. I keep moving, always keep your eyes on the prize. I keep moving. Never know who's truly on your side. I'm on a mission for them dead white boys. You know the dead ones get stacked up. When you walk into a strip club, tossing up while hoes act up. Niggas look strange, I look strange back. You got a problem, you don't really want that. That alcohol got a tank in you clocked in. Don't really need to prove that. Now I'm trying to let you make it, my nigga, just let it be. But that devil off up in you, so you gon' come fuck with me. Now I'm gonna make it home and you might not let there be new scripture. If you cross the line, I can guarantee that I'll let that be bitch. I don't worry about no problems, there's no problem worry me. I don't need no tears upon the windows that give me to see. I keep moving, always keep the people in your sight. I keep moving, you never know who's wrong or who's right. Worry about no problems, there's no problem worry me. I don't need no tears upon the windows that give me to see. I keep moving, always keep your eyes on the prize. I keep moving, you never know who's truly on your side.
I keep on moving like soul to soul. Penetration mind, let your conscience flow. Like water from the aquifer. Look you in the aquifer and see the infinity. For the Hennessy, take a sip. Know those liquor go pitiful and hot tip. Got the mic with the front grip when I spit. Got brothers like a little shit.
Niggas killing me with this mother shit that you hearing. Ability to speak with clarity, it's so unclear.
But I'ma need you to step your game up. Cause if not, you a trunk that's a lame duck. I'ma call you super dead cause your game suck. Pack your shit and keep the nigga name truck. What?
Worry about no problems, there's no problem worry me. I don't need no tears upon the windows that give me to see. I keep moving, always keep the people in your sight. I keep moving, you never know who's wrong or who's right. Worry about no problems, there's no problem worry me. I don't need no tears upon the windows that give me to see. I keep moving, always keep your eyes on the prize. I keep moving, you never know who's truly on your side.
Niggas killing me with this mother shit that you hearing. Ability to speak with clarity, it's so unclear.
I said niggas be talking crazy, hold up, don't make them wait. I don't chase after hoes, I really make change, okay, let's get that straight. Back to the grill, when the niggas got beef, yes man, gon' bring your stage. By the time you realize we got a problem, then it's too late.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like
It's your one and only.
Well, it looks like my co-host done fell into nap land. I done tried to raise him up from the dead, but it seems like we done lost Master Rod to a hard day of work. He say he froze because I can see his chest rise and fall when I enlarge the screen. So my man done fell out on us, and that's okay. So what we're gonna do is we're not gonna have him sitting there looking crazy on the mic. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and we're gonna go ahead and keep things going and keep rolling. What's the next thing that we got up here? We got what we got here, so I can talk about it. Canelo is calling the shots. The networks hate it. Well, here's the thing about that with the networks. If they decide that they don't want to show a Canelo fight, then Canelo shot calling is pretty much dead and over with, because a fighter can't really be great without the networks. So if the networks start getting fed up and decide that they're not going to be shelling out big outrageous amounts of money, then what can you say? They are the ones that's in control of how you get to see the fights, unless you end up going to all of the fights. Don't laugh at Master Rod, Cypher Supreme. Don't laugh at my boy. He all right. He'll get back with us. I got my eyes on him right now, and hopefully he'll join back in the situation, or he'll fall out his chair and wake up. One or the other. I appreciate that. I appreciate that immensely. So back to the way we going and how we rolling and having fun. We got this song called Dropping Hot Shit. Master Rod created the track. And I enjoy sitting here like we're doing, talking boxing, we having some good conversations. Bruce, a new subscriber. I appreciate you subscribing very much. He joining us all the way from Vancouver, Canada, a neighbor from up north. And he been rolling with us for some time. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this Dropping Hot Shit, and I'm gonna try to reach out and revive Master Rod. So y'all go ahead and feel the smoothness of Dropping Hot Shit.
Yeah. This is your one and only RA Productions music. Another collaboration. OB, MC. Y'all ready? We about to drop it right here, brothers.
All we do is drop that hot shit. Yeah, we coming through. Better come up out them pockets, cause the rent is due. And if you really wanna hold it down and represent the crew, honk your horns 2 times, bro. Let them know how we do.
I hear them niggas out here plotting on me. Y'all know what it do. And them bitches that be riding with them, they can get it too. Hit that horn 2 times for them, but you ain't Debbie Miles. Got you running the Dr. Lee spray when they changing up the style.
I'm trying to wake him up, Bruce. I'm trying to wake him up.
This hit that gangster movie where Nino stuck into the table. Master Rod hooked the track on you. OB's dropped the hook. They summons DMZ to come and leave you niggas shook. Like when you found out that Pac died, Biggie got shot. George Floyd dying underneath that car. It's been a minute since I reached out. Speak about anything banging on the track, make it bleed out. I make a marble when I come through, walk into the booth with a verse that'll cut through the whole crew. Now they reaching for their pens, rewriting their verses, calling their partners. The MC is back.
All we do is drop that hot shit. Yeah, we coming through. Better come up out them pockets, cause the rent is due. And if you really wanna hold it down and represent the crew, honk your horns 2 times, bro. Let them know how we do.
I bam bam like Bigelow, set the beat like a gigolo. Slap beat on the cheek of a silly hoe. That may be the only way that you feel me though. From Virginia to Texas, she like Hondas, I like Lexuses. Fuck horses, I'm about the Pegasus. You make grease so I know where the lettuce is. We hip hop sedatives, cause we competitive. We call motherfucker relative. As it tells it is a snatching biz. The amount for the ransom is 1 million presidents. Give me the money, it's evident. We can it with smoke, start bleeding the fish. You're feeling way out of your elements. I feel like a trunk of an elephant. You flow like a monk that is selling. What? Hey, man, slow down, man. What are you talking about? I need you to get your mind right, man. All right, okay, let's go. My bad, bro. Don't mind me. At times I don't know what my mind be. Every now and then you have to zap a brother on the shoulder just to remind me. I spit dumb when I black out. But Master Rod put a track out. Don't give a damn. I'm gonna throw my back out. Swim through the beat like I'm a black trout or a clownfish. Call me Nemo. What you got on my 40 pump? Debo. You can pay me Friday. I'm gonna beat that ass next Friday. Sequel. Like fecal matter. I'm the shit. Can you smell it? It's a hit. The Sicarios be like, sorry, bro. Didn't know you were killing in the body, yo. Like Mario Brothers on Smash. Hop in the car to dash with the cash. Unable to control the way that I stand. Tasmanian devil. Just call me Taz. Yeah, let's get it.
All we do is drop that hot shit. Yeah, we coming through. Better come up out them pockets, cause the rent is due. And if you really wanna hold it down and represent the crew, honk your horns 2 times, bro. Let them know how we do. All we do is drop that hot shit. Yeah, we coming through. Better come up out them pockets, cause the rent is due. And if you really wanna hold it down and represent the crew, honk your horns 2 times, bro. Let them know how we do.
That was Dropping Hot Shit, straight out of that Track Titans house of music. Master Rod made that track. MZ spit flows along with Obese. Master Rod also sang the hook on that. I have tried to raise Master Rod up from the dead, but it seems like there's no reaching him. So if he wakes back up, I'll bring him back in the stream, but I don't want to have him just sitting out there looking like this, because that wouldn't be right. Wake up, Master Rod. Oh my God. This is now everybody see, so I'm gonna have to tell him, say, look, man, you had yourself looking like you was just out of there. So where were we? Let me see. Trey X said it would be good if Canelo was more like Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar fought any and everybody. That was a great era. Yes, Oscar De La Hoya did jump his ass in the ring with all comers. All comers. He took that smoke. And I believe a lot of people would have a lot of better positive things to say. Not better. They would have a lot more positive things to say about Canelo if Canelo attacked boxing the way Oscar De La Hoya did. Now, Oscar was truly the golden boy. He earned that name. He earned the respect of the boxing world by stepping in the ring with any and everybody, win, lose, or draw, whether he took an ass whooping or handed out an ass whooping. That's what made that era great, because those fighters fought with no problem at all. They got in the ring and did their thing. Yeah, I would give it to Oscar. He fought all the best. That's right, Cypher Supreme. Let me see. I think he knows he only has a few mega fights left and plans to maximize on each opportunity. I believe he's talking about Canelo on that, and I can understand that. And I can ride with that. Trying to make the most off of every fight coming up, but don't get greedy. You know what I'm saying? Because, like you said, fighters, some fighters are walking away from a lot of money, but Canelo, Canelo's making great money every fight anyway. So how much more does he need? As far as he getting the purses that he want, and if you're that confident in your skills, then it shouldn't be no problem in stepping in the ring with anybody. That's any fighter, in my opinion. Any fighter that fights, if they're confident in their skills, they don't have a problem with stepping in the ring with any competition. And right now, it seems like a lot of these fighters are missing that gene of taking all the smoke. Cortez, Cordy, Chavez, Hopkins, Pac-Man, Mosley, Mayweather, he left no stone unturned. You talking about Oscar De La Hoya? You're right. He left no stone unturned at all. He did fight all of those men. And he took some losses from all three of them. But he fought them with no problem at all. Showtime and the others hate what he's doing. What others? Because if he's fighting on the zone, it's not like his legacy is growing on that app, because it's not enough people that really has that app for his name to just be floating around and spreading like that. Him not fighting on Fox, that if he doesn't make that fight on Fox, do you know how many homes will not see him? Fox is a major network in the United States. Fox has reach to every home in the United States. So not making that fight, what can you say? But I don't know what Canelo's plans are, his business model is. So all I can say is I just have to wait for him to get in the ring with whoever he's going to fight. Yeah, Master Rod out there calling those Z's, man. I'm telling you, man, you might need to take a nap before you get on here. I called him old so many times tonight. What else can I say? Let me see. Trey X says Oscar was about his money and his legacy at the same time. He didn't let many fighters get by without getting that smoke. That is true. You didn't hear about too many fights falling apart with Oscar De La Hoya either when it came to fighting. So with that, what can you say? Cypher Supreme said, I thought he would have ducked Whitaker. He took that too. Yeah, he took that fight. And didn't he beat Whitaker? They gave Oscar the nod on that fight. Bruce says fool in drag. He must be talking about Oscar. You know, Oscar being in drag, you know, I can make jokes about him and talk about funny things on him on that. But when it comes down to it, you know, when he stepped in that ring, he wasn't in drag. When he stepped in that ring, he had on those 2 leather gloves, just like the other people that stepped in the ring, and he went to work. Straight up. And why no greed? I'm damn greedy. Greed ain't good for you because, you know, sometimes greed make you reach for things. Everything that's shiny ain't gold. That's one of those old sayings from back in the day. Pay-per-view is where the money is. You're right. Pay-per-view is where some money is. And Fox was going to have it. Fox with a pay-per-view, that's still Fox. You know, how can I put it? Fox is like ESPN is to sports. But Fox is just, you know, a programming platform that you can't really miss on that. So it is what it is. So see what else we got here. We got some new music that we coming through that we like to pull out on y'all. And let me see if I can find something new to help you roll to. This is a new track. It's it's just an empty track for you to vibe to. Y'all give me an idea what you think about it. You know, give me a flame, a music note, whatever it needs to be. My boy Bruce say there's more to greed than money. Yes, you're right. But money is usually the root to it all. So we're going to call this a new topic. Give me an idea on what you think about it. We missed my boy D-Lo 404 Boxing, but Trey, I think this would be a good track to have one of your talking points on. Go ahead and let it rip. Let me know if you feel this one or not. Let's get it. My boy Bruce said he don't like Oscar De La Hoya. I wasn't a big fan of Oscar De La Hoya, but I respected him when he got in that ring because he did what he needed to do in that ring, and that was fight. And that's, you know, when it comes to boxing, that's all you can ask for out your fighters is for them to get in the ring and make it happen. So I respect him on that. I try to separate the boxers from their outside life because, you know, I really don't care about their outside life and what they're doing. It's what they do in the ring that moves me because I'm looking at the sport for who got hands. Cypher Supreme said Keith Thurman on the flute. That's a good one. Appreciate those flames, Cypher. Glad you like it. Okay. It's just a little something I put together the other day. Haven't figured out what I'm going to do with it. I just wanted to check it out and see how you guys like that instrumental. Cypher Supreme, I appreciate those flames you put in there. Let me see. Bruce, you're right. There's more to boxing than just what happens in the ring. But let's be honest. You don't really look at a fight because of what happened outside the ring. I really don't care about how their negotiations go as far as money or who gets what or how they get it. My thing is getting in the ring. What you do when you get in the ring. If you can get away with making deals that best favor you, then so be it. But don't put yourself out of don't put stipulations to a fight, and then when somebody say no, you asking for too much, don't blame them for turning down a garbage deal. You know, Canelo can be the face of boxing, but he's not God. You still got to get in there and fight. Now, if he can get them in the ring to fight on his terms, then so be it. But I'm the type of person that any sport, baseball, basketball, football, soccer, hockey, cricket, tennis, golf, be fair. I like to see a fair playing field because I like to see if you're good and your skills is what people think they are, then show that. Don't give them a reason to doubt you. That's just my take on it. I don't know what anybody else would say. Treg said, like what, Bruce? Oh, what else is there other than when they get in the ring? Yeah. What else is there other than money for greed? Yeah, can you elaborate on that for us, Bruce, a little better, so we all can get an understanding on exactly what you mean? I don't want anybody to walk away from the situation and not really have a clear understanding of what you put up there, my brother. So if you don't mind, you can go ahead and elaborate on that a little bit more for us. That's if you don't mind. If not, we understand. We can keep the conversation going. I'm going to go ahead and go through the archives of this music and see if I can't keep things going and keep everybody situated. Say, Trey, this is something new that I put together last night. And I'm just trying to see which direction I should go with it. Give me an idea what you think. Let me see. Here we go. Say, who fights more than Canelo? Right now, I believe Canelo is the one that's having the most fights, but then again, you have to say he's been on that European tour where all he's been fighting is UK fighters. He refuses to fight any Mexican fighters. He refuses to. He's come out and said he won't fight another Mexican fighter. So that right there is a stipulation that I can't wrap my mind around. That's one of the reasons why he said he won't fight Benavidez. Trey Exton put the poker in the fire. He said quantity over quality. Quality over quantity. All B-level guys for Canelo. Whew. That ain't gonna fit too good. Let me see, relationships, business, friendships, love, humor. I'm damn greedy. Okay. I see he did. He's just shooting out some comedy right now. Greedy in his relationships, greedy in business, greedy in friendship, greedy in love, greedy in humor. Hey, what can I say? Too much of anything, is a bad thing. Bruce says, who is the B-level fighters that Canelo has faced? I guess when you're just fighting certain names, if that name is over the hill, it's really not that great of a win. It's not that grander. Like, he beat Kovalev, but Kovalev had already taken some losses, namely 2 from Andre Ward. So that's just a touch. To be the first one to beat the so-called boogeyman or the best at it at that time, then that's how it is. But Trey X says, you know who like I do. That's your guy. And you know that says a lot right there. Because you know, when you're talking to fans, regardless of who it is that you're talking about or who you like or who you don't like, when it comes to a certain fighter with certain fans, you know, that's just who it is. You know, you like that guy. You know, that's just simple and plain. Old school people love Michael Jordan over LeBron James, and they'll never see it another way. That's just the gist of it. That's just how it breaks down. Let me see. Bruce bringing up a good point. He says that they can't fight because the promotional sides get in the way, a la Crawford. Yeah, I can understand what you're saying on that, but does that make it Crawford's fault or does that make it the promotional company's fault? You know, that's why I don't like to try to get into the outside part of the ring, and I just like to be on the inside part of the ring. Usually I just like to say, look, if the fight didn't happen, it didn't happen, and I try to move on, because when you start digging and trying to figure out why the fight didn't happen, the argument just grows into more of my guy against your guy and why I like my guy over your guy and whose fault it is. When really, you know, like you said, a lot of times it could be the promotional companies. And when it comes down to it, you know, boxing needs somebody, a governing body that has rules set in place and things like that, where some of this underhanded, no good, dirty business can stop taking place, where these fights that we all want to see so badly can start happening. You know, we didn't have these kind of problems in Ali and Frazier and Foreman's era. We didn't have those kind of problems in Mike Tyson's, Lennox Lewis, Riddick Bowe, Rasim Rockman's era. We didn't have those problems. It's these new fighters that's coming up to date now that we're starting to have these problems where everybody's talking about the other side of the street. Back in the day, they weren't talking about the other side of the street, even though Timothy Bradley, you know, we saw him in interviews when people were bringing up the fact that he retired instead of fighting Earl Spence. And the first thing that Timothy Bradley said was, well, when did we do business with PBC? And I was fighting Pacquiao anyway, because Pacquiao was part of Bob Arum's camp. Now, the question that can be raised is, why didn't Terrence Crawford get to fight Pacquiao when they both were part of Top Rank? And Bob Arum came out and said at one time he didn't want to see Pacquiao get hurt. He knew Terrence Crawford would beat Pacquiao. So that says a lot. So when it comes down to it, you say Bruce says they both to blame, the fighter and the promotional company. Yes, I'm willing to lay it at both of their feet and equally, you know, because I believe that if a fighter really wants to fight, he can tell them, hey, make the fight regardless of what happened. And that's just what it is. But if the promotional company is the ones that's putting the money up front, then how do you tell a man how to spend his money? How do you make a company spend their money on you? So, yeah, I believe that boxing needs a governing body that can actually make fights happen, that make these judges responsible for these bullshit ass robberies that they did, because what they did to Michael Fox was just disgusting. That was disgusting all the way around when it comes down to it. Was it the promotional side fault when Canelo fought at 155 to not face that smoke at 154? Now, that's a hell of a point right there, Trey X. He went and fought a pound over the weight division instead of fighting the smoke at 154. That is a hell of a point. He fights only people that build. Do you think y'all would actually see the Crawford versus Porter fight? Oh, Cypher Supreme says, do y'all think we will actually see the Crawford Porter fight? Well, I'm hoping we get to see the fight. And right now, things have been so quiet about it. I don't know what's going on with it. I would love to see that fight, and I'm hoping that they can make it. But I'm not holding my breath because it doesn't seem like anybody is really in a hurry to make it. But you know how they say, when things go quiet, that's usually when negotiations are going good. So we'll see if it goes to a purse bid and everybody is happy with the money that they get. And hopefully we'll see that fight. Let me see. If I can gain an advantage over you at 154, that's the weight. Well, the thing is, you gain an advantage over somebody at 154, but there's no belt at 155. There's no weight class there. So how can you honestly say that you're fighting for a belt at that weight class when you're not even in that weight class? 155 isn't a weight class for anybody. What's that about? Trey X. He fights weak fighters with belts. Canelo could have went for undisputed at 160. That's a good point there. But he chose not to. He's not in control of who has belts. True. But at 160, like I said, you know, he didn't fight Demetrius Andrade, and he literally gave up a belt. So he wouldn't have to fight Charlo. So would you consider that ducking? Uh-oh, Master Rod looks like he done woke up. Master Rod, you back. You back. I see you okay there, sir? You came in flexing his muscles. Glad to see you with us, man. Trey X and everybody came in and say what's happening. Look like you need a little rest. Fall out of the live stream, man. Go ahead and get yourself together and go ahead and get you some rest, man.
Oh, yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm a little tired, but I'm okay.
You sure there, sir?
100%.
Okay, glad to see you back. We done jammed a couple of songs. You know, I took over the DJ position because, you know, you had decided to drift away into La La Land. But since you're back, I would appreciate it if you go ahead and take back control of the DJ situation. And that's that. I hope Crawford versus Porter does come in. Does happen. Yeah, I hope we get that fight too, Craig, so I can come over there to Marlowe's Corner and listen to you call it. Oh yeah, Bruce from Vancouver. Let me go ahead and give you a channel. If you watch the fights, man, and you want to hear a fight called, but you watch the fight, go over to Marlowe's Corner and check out Trey X. Trey X is one of the best fight callers that I've ever heard. He's better than the guys that are actually sitting on side of the ring, in my opinion, that calls the fight on Fox, Showtime, ESPN, or The Zone. This man calls a hell of a fight, and I think that you would enjoy listening to him call the fight as you watch the combatants do their jobs. Bruce says you got a belt, let's fight. Well, I can agree with that, but Canelo doesn't seem to think that way because, like I said, once again, Demetrius Andrade, Jamal Charlo, and Caleb Plant. You know, right now Caleb Plant is having a hard time getting him in the ring, and he just won't get in the ring with those other two guys that I named. So those are belts that have been held for a few years now that he's not dealing with. And to say move up to 155, that's not a weight class. So why would they go and fight at 155 if that's not a weight class? You know, that just doesn't make sense. You know, you could rationalize it however you want to, but to call somebody out at 155 instead of fighting at 154, that's crazy. Let's see what we got. Why did Canelo fight for Kovalev's belt, but not Benavidez, since he wants all the belts? Well, that smoke right there, I think that smoke's that flame that's making that smoke is just a little too hot for him. So he's going to dance around and see if he either loses that belt on some crazy fight or he's gonna try to get some kind of deal where he'll be able to take that man out. But I don't think we're going to see that fight. I don't think we're going to see that fight at all. Smart move. Canelo was exposed by that. I mean, Charlo was exposed by that Brit, the Brit that he beat, because to say that a person is exposed is not a good thing, because any fight that any fighter has, you can end up getting in there, and that night might not be your night. You might not might not be on it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So he had a bad night that night, but he persevered and he got the nod. Maestro says, Big E says, "What's up, Trey X? Salute Trey X. Trey X is the good commentator." Wait, what did it say? Trey X is the GOAT of commentary, period. That's hell of a praise from Cypher Supreme TV. And I agree with you 100%. I put my stack down on Trey X against anybody that I've heard calling fights on TV right now at any time. Trey X is the man, hands down. He gave that salute back to Big Bro. I'm moving down. I also follow Money Brown. Money Brown has some good channel. I like Money Brown. Money Brown is not nothing to sneeze at. You know what I'm saying? He's beautiful. He comes up with some good things. Sometimes I don't agree with everything he says, but he has good points that he makes, and I enjoy listening to him on his channel. Bruce 154.8. I see you trying to squeeze him in there any way you can. I feel you, but 154 is too heavy. You have to lose that 0.8 because that's overweight. Cypher Supreme TV. You know that Don Dunphy will appreciate it. Oh, you know that's Don Dunphy. Okay. No, well, I don't really know too much about Don, but I do know Trey. And for me, like I said, it's like the old people that like Jordan over LeBron. I don't know the other dude, but I know Trey X. And Trey X is the guy that I like to listen to call fights. That's just me. Charlo looked terrible against Worthington. Bruce says that Charlo looked terrible against Worthington. He didn't look great. No, he didn't look great, but he pulled it off. And that's what, for me as a fan, that's what I look for. You might didn't look your best, but you didn't let yourself stop following the game plan. He kept on pushing through and he kept on sticking with it, and he made it happen. So with that, you know what I'm saying? What can you say? Master Rob, before you end up falling asleep on me again, what you got over there in that crate of music that you might pop out for us that could have us enjoying the festivities as we keep pushing on?
Okay. But before we do that, man, I need a favor from you real quick.
A favor?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I had sent you something earlier today. Some pictures of a crocheting that my wife does, and she wanted me to showcase that for her. You have those pictures?
You know what? While you go ahead and pull up a song, I'll go ahead and get that pulled out for you. And I'll get it out there so everybody can see what you're talking about.
Okay. And before I do that, I also just want to let you know that bless you. There's a queen size crocheting like a blanket, queen size for $200. And I believe what she can do is if you're interested in buying it in different sizes or even that size, well, we can make that happen for you. So you can get with me, Master Rod, and we can take care of that for you. And bless you again.
Thank you. I don't think he meant Worthington. I think he meant Castano. And Castano fought the younger brother. I'm trying to remember. Dang, what's the name of the guy? The last guy that Charlo fought. I don't think he meant Warrington. I think he meant I can't even think of his name right now because Castano was stuck on my mouth.
Bless you,
Oh,
man.
excuse me again. I don't know what's going on. The air conditioner just started blowing. It got me all messed up.
Okay.
He was outclassed and needed a knockout. Well, when you say he was outclassed and needed a knockout, he got the win. Montiel, that's it, Montiel, and Montiel just didn't come and lay it down, and it came out to be that Charlo broke his hand in that fight. If my memory is serving me correctly, Charlo ended up with a broken hand in that fight, and he kept throwing that punch. You know, he didn't let on to the boxing world until after the fight was over that he had received an injury in that fight. So it's things like that that make you respect fighters, because he could have easily packed it in and laid it down, but he kept on trucking, and he kept on pushing for the win. So with that being said, when people say, "Oh, he was losing on every card, he was getting outclassed," you end up with a knockout, all that other stuff goes out the window. What you got for us, Master Rod?
Okay. The name of this next song I'll be playing for you this evening is Girl What It Do by RA Productions. Hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up, flames, or whatever you have.
Put your music notes in there.
Yeah. And here you go.
Let me know if you can hear that, ladies and gentlemen, or shall I say gentlemen, of this boxing channel.
Wanna do something to you. Wanna do something to you. Wanna do something to you.
It might be tough nuts, but he's all weak. And you gotta respect it.
Won't you come to my room? That I have for you. Seems sweet otherwise. Sit home, and you know that I must admit, you make me feel.
Okay, so he's talking about the youngest Charlo. Well, that was a hell of a fight. It was a good fight. But the only way to say that he gave everybody the game plan or the game plan.
I'm for real. Tell me how you feel. I see the way that you look at me, and I know, baby, you're feeling me. I see your body looking right. So come on, baby, come stand it up, girl.
Wanna do something to you. Wanna do something to you.
Now I think you thought that Castano was from over there. The Castano was
do something to you. Just how I feel. I got you now. Every time you look into my eyes, I
think it would be more aggressive if they fought again. I think it would be more aggressive.
It's what I got you on your mind.
Playing simple, but that's not the way I look. Anytime you can knock out and hit a stop, anybody will do like that. But
wanna do something to you.
He persevered whatever it was that was in the ring, and he got his win. The younger brother, they ended up getting involved.
Do something to you.
Except let's see it again. You got somebody say put your cash up. Y'all want me to hold it? You cash out it to me. I'll hold it and I'll pay out to whoever wins. Master Rod, did you say the name of that track was Girl What It Do?
Girl What It Do by RA Productions.
Well, I see you've been over there sneaking around. You've been over there sneaking around putting hits together behind my back.
That, you know what? That was during the time that we how can I put this? We weren't together at the time. This is myself and Sarge, you know, because Sarge kept me busy. You know, he was always, you know, writing and always, you know, putting it together. So I said, hey, man, let's do it, you know, keep it moving. And I appreciate him. I appreciate him a whole lot, you know, because had it not been for him and yourself, of course, I wouldn't be doing this music, to be honest with you. I really wouldn't.
Man, stop it. When I met you, you were doing music.
Well, like I said again, after I met you, it got stronger. So, hey, if it wasn't for you or him, I wouldn't be doing this music. So,
well, keep up the good work. That's all I have to say. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir.
Keep up the good work. I see the conversation still going on. Montiel is a Mexican and Castano is an Argentinian. Well, that goes. Well, neither one of them will be from the UK, so they're not Brits. I think he just misspoke, you know. Up there in Vancouver, you know, it might have been cold that night. He probably was freezing and misheard him say where the man was from. Ain't no telling. He said Charlo was exposed. Everyone saw it. I mean, really. Well, the only way we can actually say that he was exposed if somebody actually comes out there and beat him and do it the same way. I could have a bad night. Oh, let me pull that up. Who is it coming up on the screen? Let's go. Screen moving all slow. Maestro says everybody can have a bad night. Mike got whooped by Buster. Yeah, Mike got whooped by Buster, but Mike could have won that fight if the referee had counted right. You know, he put Buster ass down for 13 seconds before Buster really got all the way up off the floor. We saw Roy flat on the floor. Yes, we did see Roy Jones get flat out, knocked out. We saw Manny Pacquiao get knocked out more than once. So, yeah, everybody can have a bad night. It just, you know, that's just the way it's how the cards lay down on the table sometimes. That what gets you. So let me see, Master Rod, you looking for something different? So since you pulled that up,
I am.
Okay, well I'm gonna go ahead, you know what I'm saying, and go back and pull up some that I haven't heard for a long time, and I think it's called "It's a Hit" by Maestro, MZ, and Shrimp Ziti. So we can go ahead and get things rolling like they're supposed to. I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat too, so I don't miss out what anybody says. Get in Charlo's chest with his back on the ropes. Yeah, I don't like to see Charlo up against the ropes. That's not a good spot for him. But then again, that's not a good spot for too many fighters. It's not too many fighters that can get up against the ropes and still make it happen. You got to be a special kind of guy, a special talent to be able to be on the ropes and still be whooping somebody's ass because you know your back's against the ropes, you can't go nowhere. And if you can still handle your business in that situation, then you doing your thing. So, Master Rod, I'm gonna hit you with "It's a Hit." What you think?
Go right ahead, my brother.
That's right. Got another. MZ. Big E. Yeah.
I wouldn't call it that now. They still style. That makes good sense.
Double G. double N, R-U, double F, C-O, double G, 1326, Southwest Rider. What's the magnet to this whole thing? Ain't none live. MZ music lives on when I spit. Either he drop a track or leave it sunny. Niggas get the hard head every time I speak out. Bitches get the hard head every time I speak out. It start stacking up anything I get on. Open up my mouth and watch my money start stacking line. They ain't really doing shit, ain't that I fuck ya. They ain't really gon' drop screaming out fuck ya. I rise with a true click, real niggas all around. They words here deaf, never have to live it down. Ride with a true click, real niggas all around. They words here deaf, never have to live it down. Knowing that I'm rolling, I speak. What it do? Nigga, drag, drop, I believe I'll be on it. Waking up early in the morning, in the project, hustling on my mind, yeah, stacking on my mind. Yeah, I love hoes, especially when they nasty as they wanna be. Let me come around, be as nasty as I wanna be. Problem is, a lot of y'all hate because I got flow. Fact is, I don't give a fuck about your dating.
Believe me, you niggas wasting your time with your weak ass lines. You just got to believe me. ELMZNE, about to eat up the streets. You might as well go and play that game. And they flows are to a whole nother level. It'll kill you, dude. I slaughter y'all anyway, anyhow. Rough dog, big can be wrecking all over town. I'm a Yellowstone G, been there since birth. I'm in the game. Oh, I about to hit you where it hurts. If I speak on this shit, then you know it's the truth. Well, dog big pen, about to beat up the roof. I said that, did that, hold it down. We dirty South niggas, so you know we about to climb. We from this fucking way, so you know we dropping pines. We taking our respect and ain't wasting fucking time. Chill them players, then we will do real. These boys beefing, do what they do.
CD maintained and changed the game. Ain't on the squad, you gon' feel my pain. My aim more precise than I used to do. Like I don't want that horn, I'm gonna use that flute. Mr. Pistol bitch nigga up the first time. So we think 2 days later, caught him slipping at the playground. Pig pen, rough dog, never fall. Cause we be on the hunt for the Matthews like Walsh. Catch me chillin' south, I ain't no tellin'. So when you talk shit, I'ma swell your melon. Like a mix of John Gotti, Cleve Flow Dollar. You won't see the shotty if I see Flow Dollar. Get it? The mixer got thicker. We the uprising in Houston, and we ain't lose. Sick of the rhymes, sick of the tracks. Nigga, you need to keep your fucking mind in your stacks, nigga. What?
We got some talking dead action on here. UFC, I don't have a lot of knowledge about UFC. I do like to see some of the fights, but not many of them. If I was to watch any martial arts fight, I like to watch that Karate Combat. That Karate Combat goes hard. I really like that. Oh yeah, you wanted me to show a look at the blanket that you were speaking on. Okay, let me go ahead and pull that up for you. Okay, so this is
a sample of what the blanket looks like.
Okay, and that's just a small sample of it. But you say that she makes them from the ranges of queen size, full size.
Well, the thing is she would negotiate on that one, but I know she made queen size. Queen size is running for $200.
Okay, and she does this all by hand. That's crocheted, right?
All by hand.
Oh man, so I know that crocheting that takes a minute.
It takes a lot, man. You know, from what I'm looking at on a daily, it's a lot. See, if I come back, let's say she started on that, and I come back, it's way bigger than that. So it just takes a lot of time, and that's a lot of talent, you know. So I could imagine.
Understood. tonight's conversation was a pretty lengthy one, and everybody, you know, communicated and stuck right on in, except for you, you know.
I do know I kind of nodded off there, man. That's because, you know, like I said again, when you're taking medication to ease your pain and it kicks in, ain't no stopping it, man. Believe me. I should be asleep now, but you know, hey, I'm here. And
I believe you. I believe you wasn't feeling no pain a few minutes ago.
Oh yeah.
Matter of fact, everybody saw that you weren't feeling no pain.
I know they probably say, man, look at this nigga. How is he gonna be on a podcast and he's asleep?
They kind of said something like that.
Yeah.
Not quite as vicious, but they did make mention. They were like, "Oh, Master Rod over there catching Z."
Yeah.
Bruce was saying, "Wake up, Master Rod." You know, everybody typed to try to get you woke, but you know, we're glad to see you back.
look, Big E, he laughing. Yeah, I know, man. Like I said again, this here, bro. I'm telling you, it's funny, but you know, hey, it eases my pain, and I sleep pretty good at night, so that's a good thing, you know.
That's what counts.
Yeah,
that's what counts. Well, you got another hit for us, Jam, too?
You know, I'm gonna do my last one here, man, and I'm gonna dedicate this one to my boy Big E.
On UFC.
I got this song called Any and Everything. All right. Good. Yeah, and here we go by the Southwest Riders. Here we go.
You can run it from me. I'm gonna make it run.
All right.
Try not to fall asleep. I'm just running to the store.
You don't know the life from the truth. You can't tell me just what you do. I've been doing it and everything. I don't believe. You don't know the life from the truth. You can't tell me just what you do. I've been doing it and everything. I don't believe. Thinking that man.
I'm a stranger. Why these motherfuckers out here bumping like I won't bring them danger? Believe I can bang ya. I was raised on the block where the top road. Yes, the crack soul running through the back door. But naked asshole, break it down from the poles to the flows. Only street for the hustler knows. I know people like it tripping about my life when really they don't have a clue. Slow down and take a pause. You about to put yourself in some danger. Yeah, you don't even know the call popping off at the jaw. When them confrontations come around, you the first one that call the law free when you can't compete. Love pulling on that thing, only reason for being made is to breathe. Scoring up my knuckles, no. Rather have you get it over from the slugs up and heat it up. 44, I've been to the bed. Did on my time, broke bread with gold that I did on my crime. And I've been through some real ass hoes and some fake ass friends and some fucked up kids.
You don't know the life from the truth. You can't tell me just what you do. I've been doing everything. I don't believe.
I've been doing everything.
Thinking that man.
3 o'clock in the morning, I'm yawning. Laced in my black boots, dressed in a white suit, praising the Lord that I didn't fall victim to the shame. Kept my eyes in the Bible, keep my mind off the tank. I'm dwelling amongst these ruthless killers. Cause I left my girl in the world and she pregnant with my little girl in the world. I can blame her if she took another in the world. And it hurt like nails in the heart, but I can't dwell. Keep a straight face, clear eyes, and they can't tell. They been searching for the weak around here, trying to turn that weak into fear. Man, I'm on them lines, head get swinging, Lord man's watching, the sun is beaming. We been singing about the lives we had, even if the lives in the dance.
You don't know the life from the truth. You can't tell me just what you do. I've been doing it and everything. I don't believe. You don't know the life from the truth. You can't tell me just what you do.
Just for a moment, let these niggas know what's going on.
As
I run this label, making share for a hot niggas claim they down when they fake ass matches. When it's time for a track, so studio booth. Y'all make my pieces like the kids do too. claiming other companies can't keep it real with you. When I give you a chance, I guess I'm fucking you.
Appreciate you kicking it with us.
Bitches aggravating y'all when we do a show. You wonder why I run car, cause I don't need the headache, don't need the lies. In this rap game, you must pay your time.
And we ain't talking about dropping no change and no feel betrayed, huh? I'm rolling with my rough dog nigga. Going on that killer H-Town's where we dwell. This is why we sound so well.
You don't know the life from the truth. You can't tell me just what you do. I've been through any and everything. I don't damn You don't know the life from the truth. You can't tell me just what you do. I've been through any and everything. I don't damn Think it has man. Every life of mine. Let's say crying times. Oh, I know that I'll be fine all my life. It's just my life. Oh, I know. Let me tell you so. This is my life. This is my life.
Bruce said he'd be back
in 5 minutes.
Cypher Supreme said he sounded like Pac on that track, flowing off. Wow. Well, I surely appreciate that.
Who said that?
That's what Cypher Supreme said.
Did you sound like Pac?
That's what he wrote, you know, and I take that comparison all day long. All week long and Sunday twice. That's a hell of a comparison.
You know, hey, you were a Pac fan anyway, right?
I'm a fan of music, period.
Okay,
you know,
well, yeah.
I can't say of all music because there's some songs I'll be just like, no.
Yeah. I did like Pac, man. Pac, he was a revolutionary. Man, that boy there.
Trey X said the same thing. I remember when Trey X said that. You know, so.
And that boy, I hate that happened to him, man. He should have kept his nose out of business that didn't belong to him. So that's what I say. Hey, if that'd have been me, I'd have been out the way when that shit happened. I'd have been like, okay, y'all go do that, and I'll be here waiting for you.
Yeah, they let the street life roll into the music life. They let the two worlds intertwine with each other.
They did,
and it cost us two good rappers, a great DJ, because you know Jam Master Jay got killed too
out there on them streets. Man,
you know, don't really know what happened with Jam Master Jay.
Sure don't.
But you know, that was a sad time in music, period. So, you know, what can you say about that? Man, looking at the time, I said, ooh.
We went over a little bit. We went over a little bit, but we was running late tonight. Those, you know, so it's okay. And we just made up time for it, you know.
Correct. I feel you on that. Oh, let's see, what is it? It was something that was on my mind that I really wanted to get off my chest, and now I can't think of what it is. Exactly. Must not have been that important. So by it not being that important, I guess I'll go ahead and what's a good one to take us out on?
What if we haven't played tonight? I wonder. But you know what?
Hold on. Did he say once Tupac started messing with Suge Knight, his life changed?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, because they the ones that got him out of jail, and I believe that Tupac. I think he took that as you know, once they got him out of jail, his loyalty kicked in.
Yeah, I owe you.
And he became very loyal to them, and whatever it was they were doing, he tried to stand up big for Death Row, which he did. He stood up real big for Death Row.
Yeah,
made him a lot of money. And well, you see where they leader is. You know, Suge ass is locked up too, so You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Yeah, I know you put a typo, maestro, but you know, we got it together. I got a sneeze coming and it just won't come out. It's just playing with my nose. You know, one of those kind of be just in there.
Tickling your nose.
Yeah, it's just in there. Keep making you take that deep breath, but it won't come out.
And eventually it's gonna come. I feel it coming right now, as a matter of fact.
Very funny. Did you feel that? Did you feel the Sandman when he hit you upside your head, made you fall asleep on that chair?
Look here, man. I felt it so hard. Man, look here. I knew I was asleep. I was like, man.
Oh, you knew you were asleep.
Look here, Master Rod, wake up.
Oh, that's what was happening.
Look here, wake up, Master Rod. Do you hear me, Master Rod? Wake up. And then finally I woke up and I was like, oh, was I asleep?
Yeah, you did say something crazy like that. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and drop that pressure track. Another instrumental for y'all to get your vibe on. Let me know what you think.
Always double up, but it ain't nothing, bro. It ain't nothing, bro.
I thought I'd hit you with another one, backdoor hit.
Man, those tracks are really jamming.
I'm just trying to entertain the people. I'm just trying to entertain. just go ahead and string a few of them together. South Supreme like that one. Okay, I got a request. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up right now. Actually, I had already had it pulled up, set, ready to go. So let me go ahead and introduce you to this one here.
Oh wow. Oh man. That's an Ari production track. Sit back and relax with your lady.
This sound like it can be one of those songs that she's sipping on some Cabernet, putting something good in the air, holding tight to your baby, the AC blowing, kicking the cup off.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Supreme gave some instrumental notes on that. That was Can't Stand the Rain, produced by Master Rod of RA Productions. Can't go wrong with Can't Stand in the Rain. My brothers, from another mother, from other mothers, let me go ahead and get ready to close it out, because I don't want to keep people out here too late. And as usual, Master Rod. It was great sitting here kicking it with you. And I'm gonna go ahead and let us leave on the I guess the new theme song of MZ Talks Boxing, voted on by Triggs himself. Triggs
Cypher Supreme.
That's a smooth
sound. Thank you, Triggs. Yeah. Let's just let you know.
I didn't even know we had somebody else in here. Glad to see you came in. Good night, fellas. Have a good one. Bruce says I'm back. I'm subbed. I greatly appreciate that. What is that? Mark Nash. Greatly appreciate that. Hope you hit that thumbs up. We're gonna go ahead and let peace and blessings always. We're gonna go ahead and let Keep Moving take us out. Much love to everybody that joined the chat tonight. I appreciate the conversation on Tuesday Night Conversations.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and let Keep Moving go ahead and let us out. Thanks a lot, Mark Nash. Good night, everyone. I'm gonna go ahead and let this music kick us on out of here.
All right, y'all have a good night.
There's no problem with me. I don't need no ticket for my windows empty to see. I keep moving. Always keep these people in your sight. I keep moving. You never know who's wrong or who's right. Worry about no problems. There's no problem with me. I don't need no ticket for my windows empty to see. I keep moving. Always keep your eyes on the prize. I keep moving. You never know who's truly on your side.
I'm a rich old and dead white boys. You know the dead ones get stacked up. When you walk into a strip club, tossing up watch hoes act up. Niggas look strange, I know a strange back. You got a problem, we don't really want that. That alcohol got you thinking. You walk in, don't really just prove that. And I'm trying to let you make it, my nigga, just let it be. But that devil off of me, so you gon' come fuck with me. Now I can make it home and you might not let there be new scripture. If you cross the line, I can guarantee that I'll let that be hit you.
Don't worry about no problem, there's no problem with me. I don't need no ticket for my windows empty to see. I keep moving, always keep the people in your sight. I keep moving, you never know who's wrong or who's right. Don't worry about no problem, there's no problem with me. I don't need no ticket for my windows empty to see. I keep moving, always keep your eyes on the
8:30.
You go 8:30 on Tuesday nights.
I keep on moving like soul to soul. Penetrate your mind, let your conscience flow. Like water from the aquifer. Look you in the ocular and see your divinity. For the Hennessy, take a sip. Though those little clips will have a tip. Got the mic with the front grip when I spit. Got bubbles like a little shit.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Small shit that you hear. Ability to think the clarity is so clear.
But I'ma need you to step your game up. And sit tight with a trunk that's the lane up.
We look forward to seeing you again.
Shit, if you need a name truck. What?
Worry about no problem, there's no problem with me. I don't need no tears upon my windows empty to see. I keep moving, always keep the people in your sight. I keep moving, you never know who's wrong or who's right. Worry about no problem, there's no problem with me. I don't need no tears upon my windows empty to see. I keep moving, always keep your eyes on the prize. I keep moving, you never know who's truly on your side. Niggas killing me with the smother shit that you hear. Ability to spit with clarity, it's so unclear.
I said niggas be talking crazy, hold up, don't make them wait. I don't chase after hoes, I really maintain, okay, let's get that straight. Back to the grill when the niggas got beef, yes man, gon' bring your stage. By the time you realize we got a problem, then it's too late.